Hello everyone and welcome to Laurence Plays. Yes, everything's working. Hello, welcome. Yes, this is Laurence Plays Factorio Space Explorer. No, it isn't. No, what are we playing today? We're playing Dyson Sphere Program. Oh, that's a good start for the stream, isn't it? Let's hope things get a little bit better from here on. Welcome to Laurence Plays Dyson Sphere Program, because it is in fact Wednesday all day. Yes, there we go. And this is also Dyson Sphere Program. Oh dear. Can I tell you what? Shall I just start again? Hello everybody, welcome to Laurence Plays Dyson Sphere Program, because it's Wednesday and that's what I play on a Wednesday. So last week, what did I do? What did I get up to last week? Well, I built up all of the, I built up another type of science. I got this purple nonsense coming across from way over there with some gratuitous spaghetti. Antimatter, nice. I haven't got that far yet. I've seen it in the to-do list, but I haven't actually got there myself. The other thing I did was I started making this green paint, which was spraying all over the science packs, and that means that when they go in here, they're a bit more effective. Now, the good news is that means we get more science per science, so good, makes things cheaper. Why are the purple ones only single arrowed? That's weird and worrying. I mean, the purple ones have got double arrows on. They don't sort of... It doesn't deteriorate over time, does it? Let's take them out again. No, they've still only got the one arrow on them. Oh, there we go. Now they've got two arrows on. That's very strange. And it's on a postcard if you have any clue what was going on there. I suppose I need to put them back in somewhere else. Well, good luck with your power supplies, Peter. Hopefully you'll be able to hang around, but yeah, I'll try and be sort of vaguely understanding if you can't. Right, I've just noticed. First things first, I need to charge my robot up, because it can't be Big Stompy Robot if it doesn't have any power in its Big Stompy batteries. So let's do that first. Yeah, I think you must be right. There shouldn't be. The thing is, though, I didn't paint any with... Oh, some without at all, so hence the... Yeah, alright, okay, that does make a sort of sense. So I'll need to get the 20 that I've got in my inventory. I'll need to get rid of these somehow. Let's unselect that. So these, and also these ones, I need to put back in. Well, the blue ones, presumably, I can put these in here, maybe? Survey says no. Okay. So much for that idea. I mean, I guess that's how you can get rid of stuff in Factorio. This is not Factorio. Someday I'll learn that. So I could come along here. I could put in another piece of belt like that, and then I could take these and I could. Can I put them on here? That's not what I'm trying to do. What am I trying to do? Oh, I did manage to get rid of one of them. Okay, so yeah, wildly clicking here will put them down there. So that's got rid of some. I'm now down to 9. This is going to be a long, a slow process. Let's do it properly, right? So if I do this, click there, there we go. They're all gone. I can get rid of this, and I'll come back and deal with that later. Okay, so that's a slight progression. So what I'm trying to do, what I'm thinking I want to do is this means because I've put these better science packs going in here now. This means that this machine is now taking them in. It's doing the science much more quickly, and it's and more productively. So that means we now don't have enough yellow science being made. So the obvious thing to do is to go over and put spray paint on the inputs for the yellow science, and then presumably have to do the same with the purple science and potentially with the red science and the blue science. So it's going to work back up the system that way. But the thing is, if I go over here and if I paint the inputs for the yellow sciences, then all of these machines here are then going to not be fast enough. So I can either build a lot more of these machines, or I can then end up painting the inputs to those and then just going back and back and back and back. So that's probably worth doing, but it's going to be quite a major quite a major undertaking. So I think what I actually need to do is get the paint out from here and run it along basically everywhere, so that the paint is pushed out into the factory, and I can use it for all of the inputs eventually at some point. Now I've had a quick think about it, and doing the iron ore coming in here is going to be a good one, just to save on resources, because then all of these machines here that are making the iron plates, and also the if I do this iron input as well, also the magnets are going to be done. If I can get it over there, which I can through logistics shenaniganery, then I can do it on the copper ore as well. And that, because both of those are good, because they only go to the only places they go only take in that one thing. So here we're only taking in copper ore to turn it into copper plates. Here we're only taking in iron ore to turn it into plates and magnets. So those are single things. I'm not too worried about power needs because I've got lots of beam receivers now, and if I look at my my swarm, we see we've got a chunk of power available here. I get these gaps occasionally, which is a bit odd, but there's also quite a lot of the solar sails being launched, and I can do research to make them last better. So this is just going to go up over time. Okay, maybe we're not quite as high in satisfaction as I thought we were, but we have a decent amount. We have a reasonable amount of power available, and at some point I'm going to investigate the gravitational lenses that make the things even more powerful, and you can paint those as well. So I'll try and do that. Yeah, so yes, it will boost the amount of power everything's using, but I'm not too worried about power at the moment. I think that's hopefully something I can deal with. I am in fact painting the paint. I'm also painting this paint here, which occurred to me is actually pointless because this input is not being painted, and therefore it's a waste of paint. However, I reckon I could probably squeeze a painter in down here, route this belt round the back of here, drop it down and into somehow finagle it in around here and paint that as well. So let's start off by doing that, because that's sufficiently ridiculous that I find the whole idea amusing. So we'll take out a bit of that, like that, and that. And in fact, let's put some of that in there, so it's got a little bit to run off while we're waiting. I'm also going to need to cut this. Then we bring, let's see. Yes, we bring this across here. What are you doing? Yeah, across there like that, and then across there. Down to yeah, like that. What do you mean? Oh yeah, like that. Yes, like that. Press the right buttons. It helps a lot. And then I think there's going to be room to put in one of these. There is not going to be room to put in one of these. Damn it! I was hoping to stick that there. Is it this belt that's in the way? Now is there room? Okay. Oh, okay. I can't put it there, but I can put it there. So, oh dear. That's going to make the belt harder. Let's get rid of another piece of that, like that. And then you go down to ground here, and then round like this, and straight through there like that. There we go. Oh dear. And that's not what the box text says, Mark. It says that if you only paint one of the inputs, you don't get any. I thought it said if you only paint one of the inputs, you don't get any of the boost. Now I have to admit I'm not 100% certain about that, but that's the impression I got from reading the box text in it when I was developing it. So let's have a quick look. Spray coater. Here we go. As long as one raw material does not gain proliferator point, the whole production process will not gain production speed up or extra products. So no, you have to do absolutely everything that's going into it, or you don't get anything. It's all or nothing. How to compare performance? I don't know. I honestly don't know. You'd have to go off and have a look in. Have a look on Steam and see what it says about CPU requirements. Yeah, I have no idea. I also have run out of space on my bus, which is unfortunate. Because I was thinking, yeah, let's bring the paint. I was thinking, let's bring the paint out from wherever it is here, and we'll just have it going along a row on the bus, and that will mean that wherever I need it, I can take it off. But because I've been very, very short-sighted with my productionary stuff, there isn't actually a spare lane along the bus to take it along. So I think what I'll do is I'll feed it into a logistics tower here, and then we'll supply somewhere else with it from here. So let's pick these up first, and then let's put in a logistics. Are you a logistics tower? Yes, you are. Let's put this here because why not? I'm doing a little bit of that old favourite Factorio challenge where you try and where you try not to pull things up after you've built them. How well that'll go, it remains to be seen. Okay, so now we're taking a lot more out of this. So hopefully this will mean the painting of all of the products will actually be a bit more useful, and we'll make these a bit more quickly. And yeah, you can see the blue line growing around there. So there's to produce my free ones. And over here we've got okay, I'm not painting the coal on the input, but I'm painting Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I mean, I could try and bring the coal down a little bit sooner and paint it, but I think that's probably a little bit overkill. Anyway, so I've got one of these things now. I imagine I probably don't have any more of the little robots left. No, I don't. So let's go and get some little robots. We'll chuck them in there, and then we can fly back over, and then we can start thinking about where I want to have those things working. So over here, where are the little robots? Is it you guys? Yes, it's you guys. Yoink. And back over here. Right. Touchdown, touchdown. Take the little robots, put them in the big tower. Excellent. Where do they live? They don't seem to park on the top like they do with the other one. Okay, so now... Yeah, and I guess you're going to... Yes, if you start painting everything, you are going to use up a lot more resource. That's sort of the whole point. God, it's noisy over here. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. There we go. If I'm too quiet compared to the game volume, let me know, and I can rebalance that a little bit. I can't make myself louder, but I can make the game quieter. We're also not getting very much copper coming out here. It is enough, but it's also not very much. So let's do that, and that, and then take that. That can come over this way a bit. Okay, it can come over this way a bit. And I think let's put in the paintomatron first, because otherwise I'm just gonna get it wrong. Is that the right way around? Yes, it is. Okay, so now I can bring this across here, through here, like that. Right. Okay, so now it's flowing again. We're not painting it yet, but it is flowing, and that's the first step. Okay, great, thank you. I must have just turned up my local volume because of reasons, and then not turned it down again. Okay, so now I need another massive great tower majigger like that. So you can't put these two close together because they block the wind for each other, but if you put in a massive tower right next to it, that's absolutely fine. Demand. I don't need that to fill up to 5,000. That seems a bit excessive, but oh well. It's like that's just how it works. Lose that one. Right, because it's in the way. Have this come out of here like this, and then go up and through there. Lovely. I could paint all the copper coming out of here as well, but copper gets used by so many different things that I don't think that's actually going to be helpful. Okay. Oh, can you? Oh yeah. All right. Let's limit the request down to about there, because that's probably sufficient. Here they come, and they're painted green as well, which is lovely. Yeah, somehow I had the same problem with the oh, I need to filter the thing. I had the same problem with the other with chests of not working out that I could adjust the number of stacks in a chest. Apparently, I'm just not very observant. Sorry. Yeah. So there we go. Now we've got painted stuff coming out of here. So now we'll probably only need one or possibly two of these machines in order to keep up. That's fine. I might put in, actually, while I'm here, let's put in a second mining drill. Because why not, right? I might as well put this in here. Let's get rid of that, because it's kind of in the way. I might as well put in another mining drill here and at least double the amount of stuff that's being dug up. I had them a minute ago. Where's it gone? There it is. So I can get, from here I can get 5, 6, 7. That's most of them. I'd quite like to get that one as well, but I can't get, yeah, well, there we go. We'll go for those 7. That's probably sensible. I don't think getting an off-axis rotation is not going to help there. And then a belt out from here. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Where am I? There it is. Across here. What's in the way there? Well, I suppose it does go kind of close to that tower. Alright, we'll go around the other side of the tower. We go to here and to here. There's no power for this thing, so let's put in another one of these It's always going to be too close. Put it there. How about that? It's like a pylon, but with extra magics. But no, it's not good enough. I need to put that in there as well. Right, there we go. Now we have 2 streams of copper ore coming through, so we can we have twice as much of it available. So hopefully that'll help fill this belt back up again. I mean, that said, the belt is still basically full, so I probably don't need this. But as demand increases, it's probably going to be worth having. It occurs to me it might be worth putting this onto double stacking this just to get a bit more throughput. So since I'm here, let's do that as well, just because these things are fun, and you can't drop them in over the top, can you? No, you can't. You need to delete the I said you need to delete the There we go. That's some removed, and now hopefully there'll be room to put that in there. Yes, that's the wrong way around. That was a fail. Let's try that again, but with less fail. Oh no, that was the right way around. That's even more fail. I don't know why I pick some things out of my inventory and some things out of the menus at the bottom. It just seems to be how my brain works. Things I use a lot, I expect. I do know why it is. It's from playing, again as usual. It's from playing Factorio. Things I use a lot, I expect to be on the hotbar down here, and things I use occasionally, I expect to have to find in my inventory or copy from the world. Oh, I see. Yeah. You can set how far they go. You can set how much they're charged. Minload. Oh, okay, probably this one. There. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, there's no point in them travelling when they're not full. Ha! Running out of iron ore is, yeah, always upsetting. Now, should I put in a second one of these? Because this isn't actually any more throughput, because there's still one belt. It's just now being stacked up, so it's half a belt of double high. So what I should actually do, really, is put in a second one of these here, and then make this belt go the other way. So if I do this now. Oh, and actually, no, fail. No, fail again. You don't need to make it go the other way, actually, because there's plenty of space here. What I can do is I can make it come along here, then across, and into here, and then out from here onto here. Look at that. We're not getting enough throughput, though, for this. Even with the painting making these things run quickly. How much quicker are they running? 70% energy consumption. Oh! It's a choice between speed up and productivity. I did not know that. I thought, from what I'd read, I thought it was both of them. Huh. That's disappointing. Yeah, I say I got the impression from reading the box text that you always got both bonuses. I mean, that sort of perhaps makes sense because both bonuses seems a little generous, but I'm mildly disappointed. I also suspect we're going to get half-height stacks through here if we're not careful. Although it seems to be alright. Yeah. Oh, it depends on the level of... Well, this is level 2 paint, so apparently level 2 paint is only capable of supplying one effect. Okay, well, that's fine. I guess productivity is actually... Productivity is more important to me than speed up, to be honest. If I want speed up, I'll put more machines in. But that's a bit of a surprise. I was not expecting that to be like that. I was not expecting it to be like it be, but it does. Well, yeah, that I don't know. I can't remember how the meme goes. Is there room to? No, there's probably not room to put that in there. I'll have to put the painter in here, I think, for this one. Or I could put it in over here, but I think over here makes sense because, you know, the paint's like right there. So let's put down some landfill. Boink. That's probably enough, actually. And I can put down another spray gun. Boink. Then we have the level of the selected. Yeah, so if you use a better paint, you're going to get. That's the wrong way. If you use a better paint, then yes, obviously you're going to get bigger bonuses. But I don't imagine that's what you're saying. yeah, it appears that... Oh, no, don't go down in there. No. Yes, maybe? What are you doing? Yeah, that one. True. Yes. You get more, you do get more output, but not as you don't get the speed bonus as well. I'm saying that the phrasing of the way it phrased the bonuses in the descriptive text made me think I was going to get both of the bonuses from putting from us having a single thing running there. That's clearly not the case. I mean, that does seem a little unreasonable, I have to admit, or a little bit too powerful, shall we say? But it seems slightly odd that but I got the impression from reading the text that it was going to give me both. Right, there we go. That's the iron. Right, that's the iron ore painted and the copper ore painted. I wonder if it uses up less paint if you stack them before they go through the painter. Didn't think of that. And I looked at there's a 3D effect for you. I looked at it like that, and I thought the belt just had a random kink in it for no apparent reason. But no, it's good because it looks like it's going in a straight line across there. But no, it was a turn and then going upwards. Yeah, exactly, Bobo. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I was. That's how I was understanding it based on what I've been seeing. So now we've got. This is mostly okay. Let's go over and do this properly because this is more than capable of providing 2 full double stacks. So let's go in here and delete that. I said delete that and that and that and that. A little bit more. There we go. And now we'll put in a stackometron. Stack will be under belts, wouldn't it? So one of the. I don't mean a stacker. I mean I've run out of splitters. Damn it. Can I get more splitters before we run out of copper? Probably not, but let's try anyway. Splitters. Can I find more splitters? Yes, there they are. Bump. It's a good thing you don't actually take damage from flying into buildings. Right, let's try that again. Splitter goes here, I suppose. Then we'll belt. Oh, belt. I said belt. There, that one. There we go. Right, so now we should just get once it catches up again anyway, which hopefully won't be too long. We should then get a steady supply of double high stacks coming through here. It does. I do kind of feel like I need more smelteries, to be honest. Not that I've got anywhere to put them because I've designed this in a fairly stupid way, but it does feel that way. Yeah, there we go. It's backed up now, so now everything that goes through will be a double stack. Yeah, that's true. The full speed crash landing onto a planet is ridiculously more impactful than anything else. The paint production, I think I don't. I think it's just that when you put in a new painter, it pulls through a lot of paint quite quickly. See, this one's now caught up. Over here, we've got it's coming in. There's 191. I don't know. I mean, it's being transported. So over there, we've got the full 200 and. Well, I was aiming for 200 over there. I think this is probably going. I think it's enough at the moment. It might not be for very long. But at the moment, it does feel like it's probably enough. But yes, I think you're probably right that at some point I'll need to have more painting machines making it. And goodness knows where I'm going to put those. What I'll probably end up doing is pulling this machine out, having 2 machines over here somewhere, and just spaghettiing everything in together. So that's going to be fun. Okay, let's go and do yellow science now because that's very, very lacking. So how am I going to paint everything here? So what have we got? What are we using here? Yellow science takes in the titanium crystals and the diamonds. So that's titanium crystals there. Presumably these are diamonds. I can't really tell because everything's so shiny. Yes, it is. So I can put the painter along here, and I can put in another painter, I guess, probably here, and then instead of loading it from there and there, instead of loading it from there, load it in from the front. So that will work. It's going to be an ugly afterthought, but it's yeah, the reservoirs are enormous on these painting machines, which is a bit weird, but they are. Yeah, so it'll look a bit ugly and kludged in around here, but I think that'll work, and then we'll be able to produce these things a lot faster, and then we'll just run out of input resource, and we'll have to make a lot more. No, we'll have to paint all of the inputs for all of this. Oh, and the oil. Oh, no, higher priority actually. is going to be painting the oil input and getting more oil actually. So that over here, yes, I remember I was talking about this in the previous video, but I then completely forgot about it. So at the moment we've got two oilers, this one and one way over the horizon over there. They're producing the oil, but not sufficiently quickly because the factory has grown. The factory always grows. The factory must grow, as we all know. So what I'm going to do here. Yeah, I resemble that suggestion, Peter. I mean, resent that suggestion. Yes. I mean, I'm struggling to resent it too strongly because you're not entirely wrong. But also, hey, how dare you? What was I trying to say? I had a train of thought before I confused myself. Yeah, I'm not so bad with Factorio. Factorio is usually quite scalable. This is a new game. This is my first playthrough. Therefore, I think I'm allowed to have a little bit of lack of foresight, should we say? Okay, so what I want to do over here is I want to put in a painter, which I have none left of, so I'm going to need to go and get another one of those. There's some lack of foresight for you. While I was over here, I should have thought, yes, let's get another spray booth. Is it that one? Looks like that one. No, it's a stack up. I'm going to need some of them anyway, so let's take some of those and some of those. I'm also running low on power, but that's okay. I've got my battery charger with me. So back over here. Right, touchdown. Boom. Let's start off with the important things. Where can I put this? Ah, my face. There we go. I think I'm close enough to all of them. Yeah. Okay, so that's charging. Right, so what I want to do is I want this to request crude oil as well. Demand, lots of. Then we're going to feed out crude oil from the three things out of here, run them round this way, over here. Then I'm going to stack them, then I'm going to paint them, and then I'm going to send them straight into the machine over here. And I'm going to add this one in as well. I might actually just get the robots flying these around. I should have got more robots. Oh no, this has already got robots, so it might be alright. We'll see. There might not be a sufficiency of those. So that means I need a painter here, like that. I need about 3 stackomatrons beforehand. Let's put in 4 just because. Oh no, let's put in 3 because then I can feed them all into one splitter. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Then we have a splitter here. Then we get a bit closer now so I've actually got power and can. So we need now it's the excitement of the belts. So the belt goes, that one goes in there, that one goes in there. This one goes out and in there. Then this goes straight through there, like that, and will then link onto one of these. So this is going to be double height oil all the way through, which is going to help these machines pick it up a bit quicker, which they're going to need because they're going to be processing it fast. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether I want to set these to process faster or just or more productively. I think probably productively. So this is also going to need to request paint, but not that much of it. Let's only request like 200 because anything more than that is a bit crazy. That needs to be demand as well. That'd help if I got these things right. Then we do many belts coming out of here, like this, up, round here, to this row, yes, this row, and then up. Can you up? No, you can't up. Never mind. Belt going up more. Can we do 2 ups there? Yes, we can. So that goes to there, straight across over the top of all of this nonsense, and then down and plumb into the back of there, like that, front of there even, like that one. There we go, perfect. And now I just need to do that twice more without messing up. Place your bets. Can he do it? Well, already it's trying to put it much higher up than I want to. So let's go to... Is that 1 up? Yes, that's one up there. This is hard in 3D. So it goes there. We did another 2 ups, I think, to get to... Yes, that looks right. Then we come across to here. Probably there, actually. And then straight into the back of... Ooh, lurch the camera around a bit. Into the back of there. Lovely. And then one more for luck. Okay, we've got different up positions there, but I struggled to... I can't bring myself to care enough about that. It just adds to the spaghetti effect, right? Up to here. Across to here. And then straight in there like that, but there's a pylon in the way. Okay, we'll have to get rid of that pylon. Boom. I'll put that back. I'll put that back somewhere in a moment. But now that goes from there into there. Lovely. Okay, that's some that is apparently infrastructure. That's good. That's good. So, but we do need a couple of pylons in yet, because I've used up all of the. I've been taking all of them out. So, ooh, ray transmission efficiency, nice. So that'll get me a bit more power if I put in enough dish things to receive it all. Okay, so the thing that occurs to me is that I haven't put in anything to deal with the oil that's coming out of these machines. That should actually be being fed in to this as well. So I guess what I'll do for this, because it doesn't really matter specifically where it comes from. So presumably that means I can just put another one of these here, and then have more of this all on the inputs of all of that. Oh, getting the paint there is easy. It's going to come out. It's going to be delivered to here as well. And then, whoa! I don't know what happened then. The paint is also going to be delivered to this tower. In fact, the paint is delivered to this tower. And there's still plenty of ports on the side of the tower. So I'll just get them to bring it out of there and bring it over here. It'll be easy, probably. Oh, auto stacking out the tower, nice. That'll be very handy, but I don't know about that because spoilers. So we'll have to deal with that later, or deal with my short-sightedness in that area later. I will contend that the short-sightedness is not my fault because I didn't know until you told me just then. There we go, right, like that, and like that, and this one will come in here. Sorry, this one will come in here. This one will come in here. That's going to be everything. Actually, I might get rid of this belt and have this one deliver by logistics bot instead of ludicrously long belt. Or because the infrastructure's already there, I might leave it already doing. No, it won't, because the painter is after all of the splitters. So it's going to come out of everywhere. These 2 belts are going to feed into this splitter. They go into this one, and then it comes out of this splitter through the painter, and it's going to go from there into this splitter instead of these belts going into this splitter, and then that'll send it out to all the machines. So no, it will all be painted, and hopefully it'll be double stacked as well. So yeah, let's cut off the oil. No, let's not actually. Let's leave it running while I go off and get everything else set up and ready. So here, I need to set the filters on this thing. So you are filtering. You're doing oil. You are doing oil. You are doing oil. There we go. Nice. Now I just need a supply of oil coming in, but that's okay. I just haven't done that yet. The question is, can I get out of this side? And I suspect I probably can. I think I can bring this out of here, like that. Yes. Isn't the other thing isn't quite in the way? Excellent. To here. Then go up. I said up. There we go. Over to, but yeah, about here, and okay, there's another up required. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll take out some of this, and we'll have another up, please. I said another up. There we go. So that can come over to here, cross. Is that cross? No. And along here. And into here. Lovely. Nice bit of juicy spaghetti there. So now we can set, nope, over here, this filter, which I can't see from this angle, or from the zoom level. This filter, we set that to be paint. And then out comes the paint. There we go. Excellent. So that's going to come over here, feed it into here, and then this is going to paint absolutely everything that goes through. sorted. So now I just need a supply of oil coming into here. So that means I need to flip over to map mode, mode, and go off looking for more oil veins. There's one there. There's one right over here. There's lots way around here on the other side of the planet. Yeah, let's just go around to these ones on the other side of the planet, because I can claim all 4 of these and have them all feed into the same whatchamacallit. So I need to find some oil mines. Are you an oil mine? No, you're a refinery. What does an oil mine look like, or an oil productor? Productor? An oil. What are they even called? Collector. That's water. Oil extractor. There's a good word. I've got a feeling that I don't think I've got these being made on the bus. I think I might have just made, because I've only ever had 2 of these, so I probably haven't bothered to produce them. So let's just do it by hand again, because I don't think I don't feel like at this stage I don't feel like I'm using enormous quantities of these. Let's pick up my charging poles as well, because if I don't, I'll want them, and then I'll feel silly. One of the things I do quite well, I think I like about this game, is that it doesn't hide windows from you. So Factorio, you can only really have one window open at a time, whereas this just lets you go. If you want to open a bajillion windows and completely cover your screen, the game just sort of goes, sure, you do you. It's a silly idea, but I don't care. You can be as silly as you want, and sometimes that's quite nice. Now at the moment, I don't actually need this window open. I don't know why I've still got it open. But if I want to be silly with it, then I can. Where are bricks? Where are bricks? Bricks. Are you bricks? You're bricks. How many do I need of these? 48 of these as well. 48. 6 for 24. These ones, yes, these ones. Oops. And weird purple, these things. That's 4, 16. There we go. So now I can make them. I'm also going to need. It's the time. It's the beginning of an episode or stream or whatever we want to call it. So at that point, I'm supposed to come over here and I'm supposed to go. Yes, I will have 1,500 belts, and then I spend the rest of the stream trying to use them all. Okay, let's have a look again and see where all those oil seeps were. Okay, they're fairly close to what might or might not be the South Pole. Is there which way? How do? I don't care. So it's all the way down here. So if I head. Which way is that? Okay, what I've been thinking of is down, and then basically round the bottom of the planet, and they're all over here. Okay, there's enough over there that if I'm not careful, America's going to invade it. I should probably run power poles down there at the same time, shouldn't I? Ooh, or I could put in some more of the dishes. But with that being basically on the pole, that might not be very effective. Yeah, I suppose I probably should have hooked them up to the painter system. Yeah, that would have been sensible, really. Oh, good. There's a power line over here. That's convenient. So is this where I was looking at? Because these seem further apart than I remember. No, they're actually way over here. Oh, they are really close to power though. That's convenient. I've just gone completely the wrong way. So where am I? Okay, so I need to go this way. Navigation is difficult. So yeah, here we go. These are the 4 that I'd found, I think. So what I'll do is I'll put down the tower here, because this is sort of in the middle. Bump. Tower. Then I'll put down one of you there, and there's loads of them. There's a 5th one as well, and there's a 6th one just over the horizon. Oh well, never mind. From next up is belts, so you go from there. Oh, you come out that side. Okay, that's fine. We'll put that straight into. Ooh. I don't think that's going to work that way. Let's bring it along here and in. There we go. And then you. Oops, I do need more of these belts. From here, across here, and yeah, all right. Let's put that one in this side. Stop unselecting things, Laurence. Play the game properly. I should have rotated that before I put it down, but never mind. I can go in there. I definitely should have rotated that one. So let's rotate. Let's pick that back up and rotate it, because that's a silly way around for it. I've lost it. Not you. Still can't find it. Let's just go in here and get it out. Nope. It must be a production machine. No, it's not. Oh no, it's a gathering machine. There we go. Oil extractor. So you go like that, and then once again we take the belts, and those can go from here in this side. Right. That's oh. All that bot work has used up basically all of my battery power. Where was that power area that I saw? Oh, it's further. No. Oh no, it's just over there. Right. Okay. So we'll head over that way. Let's fly as close to it as we can, and then just fall out of the sky. Oh no, managed. Great success. Didn't fall out. Operation try not to fall out of the sky was a success. Right. Charge back up again. So I'm going to need to have pylons going from basically from here over to those and to power all of these machines. That's to be expected. I don't want to set up an additional set of these dishes over there because, as you can see at the moment, they're not getting any power. So I don't really want these machines to only run some of the time. So I'm going to hook them up to the main system. So I'll want to go over. No, I'll go over there before I start faffing around with this. How is my power doing when I'm actually charging the mech up? No, still okay actually. We're well within the available power, even though I'm doing mech charging. That's good to know. You might be right. I didn't set the oil to demand. I have absolutely no idea, but I shall check it when I go back over there. And yes, did I respond to that? I noticed the message and thought about my response, but I can't remember if I actually said it. Yes, it probably would have made sense to set the oil to be painted before I came over, but I haven't. So what can you do? Not a lot at this point is the answer. I grumble about this every week, but I wish you could just click and drag with these with the pylons to set up a big long row of them in one easy maneuver, because this is annoying. I don't care enough about them being a grid to require myself to get myself into a position where I have to use more of them. Okay, there we go. That's that one then. But when there's no reason not to put them in a grid, I might as well. Although that said, when the grid isn't in a grid, then maybe the option isn't really there quite so much. Yeah, when not even the grid is in a grid, it's kind of out of my control. Plunk, plunk. Okay, so that's the oil being brought in. So now I need to tell this one that I want it to supply crude oil. Supply, good. There we go. And that'll fill up, hopefully from all four sides. Yes, 1, 2, 3, and a fourth one coming in there. Great. So that should be all of the oil I can eat. How do I get home? Which way's home from here? This way. Here is home. If I do that, it'll spin the map round in all kinds of weird ways. I think I want to go this way. Yeah, there. Ooh, that looks promising at least. Oh no, that's a coal mine. Oh, I can tell which way's home. I can just follow the line of drone ships flying through the sky over here. Excellent. Okay, so that's working nicely. We now have over here. We have a nice neat supply of drones heading off. We have paint coming in. We have coal coming in already and being stacked up as you'd expect. This is set to demand. So that's all right. We've got 880 of it on its way for certain values of on its way, but it's basically working. Let's tell the drones to only fly when they can fill up completely. So that's that. Yeah, the reason I didn't come along and mess around with this was because I didn't want to break the supply of oil that was already working. But actually, you're quite right in that I might as well just tell that to go in there, and then this to go onto there, and then this, delete that, all of that. Then That can go in there. I haven't put the stackers in yet, but I can do that in a moment. So those will now both go through but those are both going through the painter. That's fine. Get rid of this belt as well because I don't need that anymore. I do still need this splitter because that's making sure there's oil available for both sets of machines. So that's fine. Where's my oil, please? Oh, here. That was a coal machine. There's 1160 on its way, but none of it has arrived yet because it's a blooming mile. Oh, here they come. They're flying quite slowly. Maybe that's just the speed those things fly at. As long as they can keep the oil flowing, then I'm kind of okay with it, though. Yep, there. Yeah, there it comes. Here it comes, in fact. There's a supply coming through already. Nice. So then this will start to stack it. And then we'll put it through there. Yeah. Okay, you only get one arrow painted on but it's painted on the entire stack. Yeah, sure, fine with that. I don't have a problem there. Now that we actually have a supply of oil, let's pick up a chunk from there, and now we can start putting in the extra stackers here, and they'll actually work, which is nice, since that's sort of the point. Do that one, and then over here we can take out all of that. Put another one of these here. I could stack higher than this. I could stack them up to 4, but I think 2 is probably a good number for the time being. Nope. And in there like that. There we go. So now we've got double stacks coming through from all of these. Or at least we will, as long as the throughput keeps up, we'll be okay with double stacks. We've got so much coming in now that we don't actually know what to do with it all, but I'm kind of okay with that. The fact that we've got significantly more being brought in now. Yeah, so we're going to have a greater quantity of it being passed out the other side. Yeah, I think that's all right. I'm going to be okay with that. And that is now, yeah, basically we now have a solid belt of oil, of refined oil coming out here. Okay, so that's working. I think I can be happy with that now. I do sort of wonder if I should do some more stacking shenanigans over here, but I think that would upset the balance I've got going on between the two types of machines. So, good evening, Berkeley. Welcome. Am I doing any research? I'm probably not doing any research, and that's why it stopped. Where's the show research in my inventory thing button? Yeah, I think I've stopped doing research, and that's why I've suddenly got enough of everything. So all of these are backed up again. So if I set a research going, then we'll start to see the demand. So I think I want to carry on with the solar sail boosts, to be honest, because I think getting more power out of these things is probably going to be the most valuable thing I can do right now, at least while I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. Flying, yes. Logistics robot speed, that might be quite nice. Yeah, let's see if I can get that. Logistics carrier engine. Yes, let's have a couple of these. By a couple, apparently I mean 3. That'll keep the Scientimetrons busy for a little while. Yeah, that's a good shout. Sort of cargo stacking. So it's only the Mark III that gets the stack, so it's not really worth it. I could take another. Let's take a little bit more vertical construction as well. I don't really need it right now, especially if I start painting stuff, but I think it's probably going to be useful in the future. So there we go. Now I've got lots and lots of research happening. We can start to put a bit of load onto the system. And actually, now we've got this thing running at crazy. Oh no, it's not running at crazy speed. It's running at crazy productivity. So it shouldn't actually be any faster than it was before. So why did I seem to be getting through more science packs? Yeah, we've got the 20% extra hashes down here. So you shouldn't be using these things up faster. Maybe there just never were enough of them being made, and I hadn't noticed. I thought that seems quite plausible, actually. But it does also mean that coming over here and putting in some extra painters on here isn't going to help quite as much as I thought it was. Now, it will help a bit, because we'll have the additional free ones, so I think it is still worth doing. But it's not going to be quite as much of a help as I was initially thinking it would be. But I'm sort of okay with that, because why am I sort of okay? Yeah, I'm sort of okay with that because I sort of balance this up a little bit with the intention of them going at the speed they were going at. So it's almost nice. Excuse me. It's almost nice to think I'm not going to be massively throwing these out of whack. So, and these extra height researchers here will allow me to put an extra couple of machines on the top of here. So, yeah, we'll see. We shall see how that goes. Now, diamonds seem to be in rather short supply. I think that's because I've started turning them all into paint, which is a bit weird. Having diamond paint seems a little bit weird to me, but you know, I'm sure I've come across weirder stuff in these games in the past. Let's get rid of that and put in another. I want to put 2 more of these really. Yes, exactly. So yeah, it will be a boost of getting a bit more through. It's just not quite as. It doesn't give me the speed boost as well that I was expecting it to do. Let's do that, and then put in. I'm going to put 2 more of these in because there's supposed to be 6 over here. Oh no, I won't. I've run out. All right, we'll bring it back up to 5 anyway. That's all right. So over here, what are we using as an input? We're using the funny shenanigans carbon. Okay, so in the Stark smelters, I've got 2 of these. I'll put them both down. You know what I did wrong there? I should have copy pasted. No, delete them. Give me 2 more. Oh no, I need to put the belts in first, otherwise it won't work. So we say we want a belt coming along here like that, and a belt coming out from here like that. Then I can copy and paste these things. And find that I don't have any inserters for them anyway, so that's not going to help. Fine. I'll just put the arc bloody things in there. I've got loads of the tier 2 inserters. These are the ones I'm starting to try and use now. But that means I can't copy and paste stuff because it won't put down ghosts and let you upgrade them. No, just put down... What? How? Removes... Rotate building, remove sort... Oh, remove sorted preview. Sorted previews. Back to... Ah, there... Okay, that's how you do it. That's a bit weird that it kept them even though I just selected them from inventory and wasn't copy pasting. Anyway, right, on with the onwards and onwards. There we go, and then power. Boom. Right, there we go. That should, yes, there we go. Now we've got slightly more diamonds being made. Now the obvious thing I should be doing here, of course, is painting these as they come in. But I don't have any paint anywhere nearby. I am soon going to have paint available here, though, because I'm going to start bringing it in and dropping it onto the bus from about here, because there's a bit more space on the bus, and this is where the first place I'm going to need it. So actually, I probably could try squeezing an additional painter in here somewhere, maybe here. It's going to get these ones, which are going off down there to be used by something else. It's a bit wasteful, but the paint is reasonably cheap, he says, having already run out of diamonds. Okay, let's do one trick at a time. So, I'm going to reroute... let's stop doing silly things with this belt. Let's break that here. You know, what are you doing? And break it here as well. And just no. Then this one can come from here, and instead of doing ridiculous things, you can go up one there, and then come across here and join onto there. And that's a bit less crazy. And hopefully, that might just about give me room to drop one of these in here. It doesn't give me room to drop one of these in here. That was a bit overly optimistic. I guess I'll put it here instead. I do like how it takes much longer to build one of these, because the construction robot has to fly all the way up to the top of it, and that's a long way to you. So I'd like some of them. I want the drones to always be full, and I don't want to bring more than 200 at a time, because that's crazy, and I want you to demand. Right, is that going to just work? Yes, it is. I don't even need to put robots in it. That's awesome. So, a needle pulling thread. Right, that means I need to put in some more painters. I need to have one here. Yeah, put it there. Bunk. And one. I mean, I could put it there. Yeah, let's put it there. That makes a sort of sense. I can take this belt and run it through here, across here, and up here, like that. Then if I take out that inserter there, that was not the inserter, if I take out that inserter there, and put in a new inserter there, good enough. Right, so that now works. I've unbroken it, and I can now bring the belt from here, out here, up, straight through there, and into there. Lovely. And then, oh yeah, it needs a filter on it as well. Filter that to be paint. There we go. And here comes the paint. So that's going to get both of the input ingredients for this particular science pack. Now there's a little bit of buffer to work through here, but that's fine. I don't care about that. And then here again, we're getting the diamonds. They're being sprayed nicely. Yep, there we go. So soon this will be working off the painted ingredients. We'll get a load more of that through. Next thing is going to be the purple, way down there, because that's the next expensive thing. As usual, no room on the inn. I mean the bus. So what are you? Are you diamonds? Yes, you are. I might need diamonds for more stuff further down, like green science, but I could just nick its space and then make them come across higher up. I think I'll probably do that. So, okay, Peter. Well, thanks for joining for a while, and you can always check it out on catch up if you want as well. So if you're sorry you missed what you did, what you end up missing, then you can come along later and join in then. Okay, there. We come out here like this. We stay high, at least for now. Where was it? It was the diamond one I was going to take over, wasn't it? No, it can't have been because diamonds are. Oh no, diamonds are that. Right. Okay. Yes. What's this bell? Okay, that seems to be diamonds. Right, what I'm going to try this and just see how long it takes me to regret it, because there's bound to be. In fact, let's have a look and see what's going to make me regret it. There's something on this line over here. I can't tell what it is, but there's something there. Okay, in that case, we'll come along here, and we will take over the diamond position like that, and we'll just run along here like this. Sorry, diamonds. Bring all the way along to here. I'm going to need to charge my mech up because I've been doing a lot of building and a lot of quite long range building, and that always eats all of your power. So I'll put in a couple of these towers. If I can find space to put in a couple of these towers, oh, for goodness sake. Ooh. There we go. A couple of towers will be enough to charge me up. Okay, so what are you filling up with? You take processors and, oh yeah, broadband cables. So there's the broadband cables coming out, going into a thing here and going back up again. So I could probably paint them here, in this bit, or even here on the way out there, but then these cables are bound to end up getting used something else. Part of the reason I've got a shortage of these is because I don't have enough of these cables being made, so that's another thing that can be fixed. This, I think, actually... You know what? Let's do this a different way. Let's move this entire stack back a chunk, and then there'll be room to do both of these. Yeah, there. So that seems like a better idea. So come along here. Boom, 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 boom. Like that. And then bring that along here like this. Then I can get out my paint sprayers. I've still got 7 of them. That's quite good. Put them there and there. Are they in line? They are in line. Excellent. Then I can put the towers back in. If I can find them. There they are. Matrix Labs. Boom. Just like that. And feed them, of course. And you are to make purple. Purple science. Yum, 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 it seemed to say. Oh, it needs power as well. That's fine. Can deal with that. There we go. Have some power. Okay, so that's that. But I do need to get paint in there as well. So let's put in... Let's delete a bit of this, actually, because I was a bit over-enthusiastic with those. I'll put in a splitter there. How high are you? Okay, you're high enough that I can go underneath you. Excellent. So feed the belt in at the bottom there, out from the top like this. Oh, actually, no, let's go around. If I go around the other side, then I can just feed through one and go straight onto the other, which will be much nicer. So let's go up. What are you moaning about? Okay, so go to there. Then go up. What's in the way there? Nothing. So we'll go up there and then down again in order to go under here. And hopefully that'll allow me, this is fiddly, yeah, through there and through there. There we go. Oh, you're right, thank you. I forgot the purple output, purple science output. That's there, and then there. Simplish. Phew. Right, so now these should, yes, these are all getting painted and going in the painted form of them. Now we still don't have enough of these things coming in, but at least that's going to help a little bit. And we notice, yeah, we've got the double arrows and all of that. So let's come over here and sort this problem out as well, because we've got plenty of the inputs. We've got the them and the them and the them, plenty of them. So what I need to do, as usual, is extend the belts like so, like so, no, like so, like so, and then yeah, it's the other way, and like that. There we go. Now that means I can then go copy, paste. What do we call, like, oh, lack of items? What have I run out? Assembly machines. Oh, assembly machines are blooming miles away. All the way over here. There they are. Yoink. Too far. Yoink. Now maybe I should have a stack of them being made and being put into a box or something like that. I know, but yeah, I probably should. I just haven't. Boop, boop, and one more full up. And okay, power. Can I get them all with one? I think I might be able to. Yeah, put that there. Doom. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so that's going to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, slightly more than doubled the production. So that, given we've got 3 out of 5 of these machines running, that's pretty good. I suppose I could, at this point, this is where I start to think, well, I've got paint here. Why don't I have it? Why don't I move this machine to the other end of the row, put in a painter here, 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 and I guess that's how I'm going to gradually expand in the future until absolutely everything is using the paints. But at the moment, I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. That's my theory. It'll last until I get fed up of doing it a little bit at a time, of course. But for now, that should be all right. So now we should see a bit more through. Yeah, I mean these machines are all running now, so I'm hoping to see this start to back up fairly quickly. It hasn't happened yet, but you know, I'm cautiously optimistic. The machines are all producing, so I don't think there's a problem. There's obviously it's just filling up all the internal buffers, because yeah, if we look at the top one of these, it's got 4 in now actually, so that's not too bad. 2 of the 3, yeah. So we're still loading them in as fast as we can to fill up all the buffers inside these machines, but that I think will catch up, and all these are running. So as I said, so we're getting a bit more through, so that's pretty good. And we're getting the extra 20%. Oh, here I do get a choice between products or speed. That's quite nice. Okay, so that's purple being purplier. Now, I sort of want to put in another tower of these because I'm aware that purple science is rather slow. So I think each subsequent science pack takes longer to make. So here we've got 3 seconds, 6, 8, 10. So in theory, I should have, I don't know, three of those machines, six of those machines, 8 of those, and 10 of these, and then everything would be in perfect balance, as all things should be. Maybe I should do that. Get it up to, yeah, because at the moment I've got 5 of each except red, which I've got 10 of because they took twice as long as blues, and I was keeping those balanced. Or I could go that 3 means 5, 6 means 10, Therefore 8 means about 15, and 10 means about 15 as well, but on the other side. Yeah, slightly more than 15. Oh, this isn't actually running fast enough. Okay, so where's... Oh, now now we're using processors up too quickly and I can't produce them fast enough. In fact, that's interesting. I'm surprised it's caused that much of an additional load. But this is how these sort of games work. You fix one problem and you just boot it an extra step back up the logistics system. So what's going on here? Right, so we've got these machines making the electronic components, which are going off to be used in other places as well. It depends on the science you're doing, Tristan. So this particular one that I'm doing right now, yes, 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. A lot of the I'm going to suggest the upgrades are 1 to 1 to 1 to 1, with very little mounting evidence for this. Upgrades seem to be 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. However, technologies tend to be different proportions. So here it's 4 to 3 to 2. This one is this one actually is 1 to 1. This one's 1 to 1 to 1. But I'm sure I've seen somewhere it's literal order of magnitude in there. So there you go. It's 10 to 10 to 1. So it varies quite a lot, but the upgrades seem to be 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. But the technologies seem to, as I say, vary quite a lot. Ooh, vertical launch silo. So for launching. Oh, I see. So if you actually want to build a Dyson sphere, you need a rocket silo. Fair enough. I mean, makes as much sense as anything else. Okay, so I think in order to get this running better, I'm going to need to have well, obviously I'm going to need more of these, and I think that's going to take more of these as well. So I'm going to need to just do basically double all of this. So let's do that. How are these for buffer at the moment? Yeah, okay, so these are the what's the recipe for this? 2. Okay, yeah. So the electronics components are being created fast enough for the processors, so that it is currently stable. But if have I run out of soil? Oh no, I've run out of foundations. Okay, that's better because foundations I can get more of like that. Soil pile, I've got I've got 374,000 of it, but it's going to be a lot harder to get more of that when I need it. There we splash go. So we need inputs of copper, like that, I suppose, and input of it's probably glass. No, it's silicon. Silicon, of course, it's silicon. We're making electronic components with it. Come over here. We have output of electronics components. We have input of green circuits. And we have output of yellow circuits. We also have input of magnets, coils, but that's something else, so that's fine. I don't have the tier 1 inserters to build this, so I'm going to have to do these manually, like this, like that, and that. Oops, missed that. I've two more of them, which is slightly fewer than I hope to have, but if I put that might mean I'm okay doing 2. Actually, no, let's do that and carry on. And yeah, once again, these things are in the way. This is a silly place to have them, really. I don't know why I put them there in the first place. Copy, paste, paste. No, copy, paste, paste. There we go. Copy, paste, paste. Copy, paste, paste. Okay, I was having 3D issues as is traditional. So I put in 3 more of these, but only 2 more of these. So I need to put in at least 2 more of these machines. Maybe 3 more if I've got the space. No, input. There we go, like that. Input to there. Output like that. Oh, let's put in the inserters. Then I can copy paste. So that's in here. Go boom, 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 boom. No, boom, 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 boom. And that into there, that into there. Did that go? No. That to there, that to there. Have I done this? Did I put the input on the other side of here? No. So that to there, that to there, and that to there. Okay, so now that's everything but power. So now if I do control click, no, what? Shift click. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and I've run out of something. Assembly machines again. Okay, that's probably the number I need, though. Probably. I might be wrong about that, but it looks reasonable. So one them there, one them there, one them. Right. Everything is now happy, at least for working on all by itself. Let's see if the ratios are also happy. Now, as is the case in Factorio as well, just generally, all of these machines need to fill up their buffers. So we'll see that this is going to run a bit quicker for a couple of minutes, and then this is going to run, and then this is going to stay unfulfilled. But hopefully, we'll see enough throughput coming in that this will just start to, we'll start to get all these will eventually fill up and just all start working. I can't see the belt. Yes, the trail along the belt is getting longer. Just we're only slightly over replenishment speed, I think, but I think we are a little bit. The worry is actually that the rate that the silicon's coming in at. I think I might need to go and stack that because I suspect we're just simply not getting enough of that through. It's pretty close to being sufficient, but it's not quite there. So where does silicon come from? Silly question, because of course it comes from over here. So what we need to do here is the standard thing of putting in a stacker here and a stacker here, and stacking it all up. So let's put in the other one, the second one first, because that's a painter. That's a stacker. Let's put this one in first, because then I won't interrupt the flow of it going through. So bring it out there. Over here. Round, round, in. Round, round, out. Round, round, shake it all about. So you are to also be silicon. And then once that's got round and started going through, like this, we can then go boom, 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 and make another one of them. Yep, my solar cells now last a little bit longer. That's good. Then we can do that and that. I said and that. There we go. Right. So there's funny business when it's in merging belts when they meet like this, as you saw before, where it was all going from one side and nothing from the other. However, once you get two of them, given they're both producing half a belt, this should now be okay. So that has now, simple as that, doubled my available supply of silicon. This will eventually propagate its way along here. I can't see where it's got to yet, and eventually find its way over here, and we can start making. Eventually, no, that's screen circuits. Eventually, the double high silicon will find its way onto this belt. There, it has already, and then suddenly, boom, we'll have enough of it, and everything will be okay. And the sun will shine 24 hours a day, sunlit uplands, and we'll have enough electronics components to keep even the most ravenous factory hungry. Hungry? No, keep the most ravenous factory satisfied. Let's use the right words along here. So anyway, I've unlocked upgrades to make the solar cell last 2 hours. That's pretty good. So, yeah, that's rather nice. These will now last for apparently 2 hours. I'm not sure. There appears to be a bit of translation at the bottom there that's been missed out, which is lovely. Oh, I see. So these are showing how long they've got left. So this is 102. This is 190 seconds left, or something, whatever. This is 2009 seconds left. So there's a gap in here and here because these are where the research is finished. So you don't get a boost for your existing solar sails, but you do get a boost for any new ones that are launched. So the ones that I was launching before would have had seconds, and then there weren't any launched in this gap here because that wouldn't make sense. So the next lot that get launched have 7,200 seconds available of lifetime. Okay, that makes sense. I understand. And now we should be, as I say, making the circuits a little bit faster. Still not fast enough. Well, I mean, No, still not fast enough. It seems to be keeping these satisfied, but only just. They've got buffers of about 1 in them typically. So we are making them just about fast enough to, to make a steady stream of the purples, but it's still not fast enough to actually cause a backlog, which is what I want to do for all of this, because there are quite a lot of other things that also use the circuits, the processors. So despite having just built all of that up, it's not enough. I need more. Please, sir, can I have some more? So let's get some more assembly machines. In fact, you know what? While I'm over here, since I seem to spend so much time going... This is the second time I've come over here to get more assembly machines this session. So let's do that. And... probably one stack? I don't know how high they stack, but... 1 stack seems like a number. We can decide later if that's a sensible number. Hooray! Faster logistics drones. Lovely. So I'm going to need some more of this. Oops, that probably isn't quite the right place. And I've run out of foundation again. Okay, so this is an input, so this needs to come up to here. Then we have a belt coming out this way because that's an output. Then we go copy, paste, paste, copy, paste, paste. Oh, and I didn't land. Land, please. Thank you. I forgot to put in the what do you call it? Extra belt before I drop the machines in, so they don't have inserters. I can fix that though easily enough by going bump 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 bump. There we go, and of course it needs power, so that's fine. Pylon in there, and apparently one over here as well. It still feels weird having circles of power delivery on these things. It makes perfect sense, yes, but it feels weird because I'm not used to it, and given that I'm doing everything on a grid, it feels slightly strange. But it makes sense, so I'm not complaining, merely noting that it feels slightly strange. Okay, how we do? What is the speed on these things anyway? So these take 2 seconds to make. These take 3 seconds to make. So I need use 2 of them. So I need 1 every second and a half for these, and these produce 1 every 2 seconds. Yeah, 1 every 2 seconds, and I need them 1 every second and a half. So I need 50% more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. So I'm slightly under the ratio at this point. I do need at least I need half a machine more on the end here, or I need to get rid of the machine at the top end and paint all of the ingredients as they go in. But I don't think I have any. The paint is being produced from. Oh, just over there. So it's on the bus at this point. I could bring it in. That gives me my 20% boost. So I've left my charging pole somewhere. There they are. There's 2 of them anyway. Where's the 3rd one? Is it still in my inventory? I didn't notice because yeah, it was in my inventory and I didn't notice me stepping through it. So yes, I could take the paint over from about here, bring it over this way, have painters for all of these, and that would get me. It'd be a 20% boost on this stage, a 20% boost on this stage. So that would get me almost 50%, almost 50, no, probably about 50% more. I don't know. I can't multiply 1.2 by 1.2 in my head without slowing down too much. So I'm not going to. But it would get, so it would get me almost 50% more processors per silicon that goes in. But I'd still need a few additional machines in order to get the supply up and up to a higher level. Now, have we got enough coming in here? Yes, we are now starting to get a bit of a backlog here. Excellent. So I do now have enough for this and a little bit more besides. But I still feel like that feels like I don't know. Is it an expensive construction? I don't have a good feel for which of the builds that I'm doing are the particularly expensive ones. So yeah, you start off with science because that's where so much stuff goes in. So I've done the actual science packs themselves that are way over the right. I can't see them from here very easily. Did the science machines themselves. I've done the yellow science and the purple science, so they're both productivity up, so that's a nice boost in there. But then I should really go back and do, I suppose, do all of the ingredients for them. But that seems like a rather large ask. Also done the oil though. Let's go and have a look at the oil, because that was only just set up when I was and now we're demanding a lot more from it again. So how are we doing? I don't know. I'm stuck on the oil refineries. Let's jump over. There we go. Nice big jump. Yes, yeah. I'd have to make sure everything was. Yeah, there might be. Yeah, there might. That's true. Yes, you're right. With making the processors, yes, there isn't room because they're doing semi-direct insertion on the same using the same belts. That was a poor design, but oops. Now I feel like maybe I should double stack this belt. That's tricky though, as discussed before, because of the way we're doing it. We've got these. We're loading it from the stuff coming through from here and the stuff coming through from here. So this is two different production chains. However, I'm sort of okay with that. I think it is okay. We can see this belt is not quite running flat out. So right now we're okay. As soon as I put any more load on it at all, we're probably not going to be okay, and I'm going to start swearing about all of this again. And I might have to completely redesign and rebuild my oil processing, maybe even do it somewhere else, because at the moment this is such a mess. It's going to be horrible to expand. There we go, expand. There's the word I'm looking for. Actually, maybe it wouldn't, because maybe I could just expand this further outwards along here, and it would just work. TM. I am not sure. I know I've made this more and more complicated, and so I've lost track of exactly how it works, and therefore I'm not sure if it's going to be, if I can just make it longer along here and have it work, or whether that's going to cause problems. Well done, Bobo. No rare ore, no solar cells, memento. No, I don't know what memento is. No foundations used is quite impressive. That's a bit like trying to use no landfill in Factorio. So yeah, well done. Sounds like quite an achievement. You're still quite a lot further in than I am. Does that mean it's starting to run low on resources? No, it means it's run out of resources. Ooh, that's not what we want. Let's move it a little bit further forwards. Yoink. So I will take a mining drill. Mining drill. That one. And I'll put it in up here. That does get all three of them. So yeah, we'll try and demolish that remaining patch up here. There's no point in putting it in at a non-orthogonal rotation like that. But I will anyway, just for the fun of it. And then I can take a belt out of here, feed it in here, in a two-step process like that. There we go. It's a little bit more iron ore. Might as well try and use it. Might as well use it all up. Now it has occurred to me, I'm only painting the iron ore that's being turned into iron plates. I'm not painting the iron ore that's being turned into magnets. There's less of the magnets being used, so that's better than the other way round. And I think there's not really a great deal I can do about this with the way this is all set up. It'd be a bit awkward to try and squeeze something in over there. So I think I'm not going to. Don't dismantle the landing pod. Is that because if you dismantle a landing pod, you just lose all of the resources in it, or is it because they all end up in your inventory? Either way, it sounds like it could be a little bit annoying. I do feel like I want to have a think about getting rid of some of the nonsense in my inventory. Can I do this? Can I put this in here? I can. Awesome. Can I put these in? No, I can't put those in there. I feel like I want to go along and do there's the Factorio mod that gives you Shift C that just dumps anything in your inventory into any of the machines around that could take it. Whereas here it feels like I have to actually click on them and then do it. Do you not take these? You do take these, liar. I've got some solar sails and I can't do anything with them because I made a mistake ages and ages ago. What other nonsense I've got? I've got a lot of stone. What can I put stone into? I don't know. I'm sure something must use it though. I'm sure lots of things must use it. What are you, Nyoka? Are you stone? No, you're steel. Ah, that's stone bricks. You can have. There you go. You can have this. Well, apparently you can't. You can have some of it. Coal goes in there. wood and tree goes in there. Copper can go in over here somewhere. I've got lots of hydrogen. Get rid of that. Wow, there's lots of logistics bots flying through the air. Imagine if Factorio was like that, where you just sort of look up and you see clouds of logistics bots overhead. Let's put this hydrogen into these machines. There we go. I'll keep these hydrogen fuel cells I've got in my inventory though. Those might come in useful later. I just end up with so much trash in my inventory from just doing stuff. And I know someone's going to say, well, you shouldn't pick things up like that. You should be more careful about it. But I'm not. Deal with it. I don't know. And I know I have to. It's me who has to actually deal with it. And so I suppose I am. Can you take any more stone? No. Well, what else uses stone? There is definitely stuff that does. Well, there's fairly definitely stuff that does. Oh, here we go. Stone is being... Oh, it's been turned into sulfuric acid. Okay. Silicon is being turned into silicon crystals. Copper is... No, carbon goes... Yeah, can go in these. Yes, if you've got a machine selector. So yeah, I can click on that and then do... Except it doesn't. Oh, because... Yeah, there we go. It doesn't actually work. But in theory, yes, control click will get rid of everything. It sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Can I do that here? Oh, no, see, it doesn't take these out and put them in here, even though there's room for them. And if I select that machine, oh, you don't take hydrogen. Do you? Yeah, these must. Oh yeah, that's the other side. Yes, there we go. So yeah, the control clicks seem to be a little bit unreliable. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. That time it works, for example. And that time as well, actually. Yeah, so it definitely sometimes works, but it also definitely sometimes doesn't work. So like over here, a moment ago, I was doing this to try and get rid of anything from here, and it didn't get rid of these processors, which can clearly just go in there like that. But okay, there we go. I think I've got... Yes, that's all of the... Oh no, not quite all of the raw resources. I need to get rid of these unpainted purples as well. So let's put them... I'll drop them over here. Like this. Am I sciencing? I am sciencing. Maybe this is... Oh, this is a science that doesn't use purple. Okay, so I'm stuck with these for the time being. Anyway, right, that's enough of that sort of nonsense. So, how are we doing? At the moment, we're using yellows up at quite a rate, so I think I need to boost the production of yellow sciences. And I think what I want to do for this is oh yeah, I have got them being painted. Okay, I haven't set this up very sensibly. What I want to do is I want to put in another tower for the yellows, but that'll mean I can't get off here because pick them up off here. So let's do this. And this, and this, and then I'll need to come in here with a bit of this. Have I got any of these? Yeah, no, I haven't. Goodness sake, I just picked up some more of those. That's going to be another thing. Let's put them in a box as well. Where are they? They're around here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Have I got room for a box in there? I think there's room for a box in there. Let's find out. Box. That's not a box. That's a box. Oh yeah, awesome. There's not going to be room for... No, that won't work. You need to have slightly more... You need to have a little... If you're not putting onto a... I've noticed the thing here. If you're putting onto a belt, it can be right up against the machine. But if you're putting into another machine, you need space for the inserter like that. So let's put an inserter from there to there. I don't want it to be filled up to that level. You can just have a stack. Like that. And now next time I come back, there'll be lots more. Now I need to find where I was building yellow science. I think it's here. Yes, it is here. I was going to say it's not going to be anything like as obvious now because somebody pulled up the yellow science tower. And to be honest, did it a bit sooner than they should have done. I can't imagine whose fault that was. But now I can come along here and I can foundation this area like that. So we've got plenty of space now, and I can bring that across like that. It doesn't need to be that long, come to think of it, but yeah, whatever. That one up there like that, and then another one back in from there like that. Yeah, I'm going to want to put in two towers of yellow science production. Like that, and that, and then swing that round in there, there, and you make yellow. You also make yellow. Right, that's double my yellow science production. Boom, just like that. Now, of course, that's not true, because the diamond production probably can't keep up. Might be able to, might just about be able to, because I did double the diamond production recently, but I don't think it's quite going to be able to keep up. These crystals, not a hope, because they were about right for when there was a single tower, and now I've just doubled it. So I guess that means I need to come over here and massively increase all this. So what do we need for these things? We need titanium ingots and organic crystals. So are you an organic crystal? No, the organic crystals are being passed straight across on these machines. Are they time balanced? So this makes do 1 every 6 seconds. This uses 1 every 4 seconds. So no, they're not actually balanced. I need a lot more of these. And this system here. Let's have a look. We've got we're making 1 plastic every 3 seconds. Then we're using 2 plastic every 6 seconds. So these are balanced, but then we only need. No, we need 50% more of these than we have of these. So at 4 of these, we actually need 6 of these machines, and then we'd want them to feed onto a belt, and rather than direct insert. Alternatively, I could go, well, it's a tiny bit more expensive to have it direct insert, but I actually don't care because the machines are cheap enough and space is cheap enough that I can just build another. How many are we going to need? Probably another 4 going out this way to keep everything happy. At the moment, these are all nearly all running, but that's because there was an existing buffer for them to work through. This, well, I definitely, at the very least, I need to make this belt go under this outer belt, and then there's probably room for an inserter. But I might as well be a bit neater than that. So that's on that square. Okay, so let's bring this one out to here. Yeah, that's right. I think. Yes. And then way out to here like this. So that's come across 1, 2, 3. So these also, well, these people. 1, 2, 3. Like that. Then plump, plump, plump. And then this one is also going to need to come across 3, and so is whatever comes out of here. And we're going to need to put anything else that goes in be after this point. Oh, this is a bit of a mess. Oh, I see. Right, got you, Bobo. Yeah, alright, I understand now. No, whoa. Ah, that was nearly bad. Right, 1, 2, 3. Delete some of this. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Out this way, like that. And then no, this is goes the other way. No, don't put that in. Stupid. Like this. There we go. And onto that. Right. So that's a bit of a kink to try and get it across there. Let's get rid of a bit more of this and just do this slightly more sensibly. Oh, this is a going the other way belt. Oh, okay, because we're. Oh, I see. We're making the plastic local, and we're also passing it into the machine, and also passing it onto the belt. Gotcha. So we can get rid of that. Actually, there should be a going that way belt. Of course, we're doing direct insertion with all these things. Why did I? Oh, fail. Yes. I've just realised I need to go looking for my charging stations, which are just over there. That's not too bad as these things go. Grab those again, because I'm running low on battery power as usual. Maybe that's another research I should think about doing. Plump, plump, plump. Right, I'm not going to be able to copy paste. Oh, actually, no, I could copy paste these if I upgrade their inserters first. Like this. Boom. Magic. 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 So all of them. Yes. And then over here as well. Magic. 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 Right, so they're all upgraded now, I think. Yeah. So that should mean I can now do a copy. Where are you happy? What do you? Oh, need foundation. Right. Okay. Let's stick some foundations in there because I want to get these. I want to get as many of these in as I possibly can. Because they're really space consuming. It's a space consuming part of the build. So that's on the belt. One there. One there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these ones, again, in the same sort of positions, hopefully. What are you lacking out? Oh, lacking. I've run out of chemical plants. That's fair. I have built a lot of chemical plants very, very quickly. So it's come out. Are you a chemical plant? Yes, you're a chemical plant. Right. Phase N+1. So we need more of these. We put them in. What are you colliding with? Okay. So should be. Oh no, they're lined up before, aren't they? Because that looked neat. I remember. Let's put that one there. Is that right? Have I gone wrong here? No, I have. Yes. Well, that was wrong. But let's try that again. So that goes there instead. And there. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these ones again, just put them in wherever really. Is there a... Okay, they're more or less lined up with the back of the... Yeah, so like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need the belts in here as well because they're for the copy pasteness. I can put one in over here, like about there. Yeah, I think that's right. That's not evenly spaced. That was in the wrong place. Never mind. I think I probably don't really care. Let's plug it all in and see if it works. As is always the way with these things. It's quite pleasing that you can put the pylons in the sort of the little gap at the backside of the backside of the chemical plant. I like that. It's just a nice little touch. It feels like a nice touch. That and that. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Right, we're getting a nice gurgling from these ones. They're making plastic. Okay. Are you guys running? This is, of course, putting a big load on the oil production. So we'll this will cause the problem that I was saying earlier that I'm going to try and sort of bury my head in the sand about for a moment or two until it actually comes back to bite me. And I think it is now about to be a problem. Yes, there we go. There is no oil coming in. What? How is there no oil? I could understand it being a bit short, but none of it. Jeez. Okay, so we are demanding all of the oil now, and it's just not keeping up. And so the first handful of machines are taking it all for themselves because they're greedy. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to go and have a look at the oil now, which I mean isn't surprising. It was. If I had to guess what would be the next, in fact I basically did guess what was going to be the next thing to cause me grief, and oil. Yeah, oil it is. However, I am at least making. I'm making the science as quickly as I was before. We've got one stack here is completely lit up, and the other stack is completely dark. So it's going. I haven't made anything worse, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now what? Oh, you know what? Actually, no. You know what I should be doing here? I should be thinking about painting all of the inputs here, particularly the oil and everything, whatever else goes into the oil. Oh, but it's oil. Let's see. So it's this that's using the oil, isn't it? This is using oil and carbon. This is using oil as well, and plastic and water. So I'd need to rejig all of this in order to take the oil out. But that said, I could paint the oil that's coming in here, and the carbon that's going in here, and it'll waste a little bit of the paint on the stuff that's going into these machines, but at least we'll get the 20% boost off these ones. It's going to be like using 10% less oil overall, which is probably worthwhile. Yeah, let's do that, because that's quick and easy and dirty. So I want a painter here, and I need to pull up, not that bit, for goodness sake. This game needs a Control Z for when you accidentally a whole assembly machine, or a whole chemical plant, sorry. How can there be a collision with another object? That's where that was before, surely. Obviously not, it must have been here. That's weird. Why would it have been there? Oh well, that's not the reason why. So put paint machine in there. I want another paint machine in. Oh no, actually let's bring this down first, because otherwise I'm going to have a problem with it. There we go. So that goes there. Is there room for a painter in there? Of course not. That'd be helpful. However, there's plenty of room around that thing. So if I put a painter in now, like as far up as I can to there, then I can easily get the inserter in here. Now the problem here, there's the sharp-eyed view amongst you all have noticed, is that there's probably not going to be room to get the belt out of the other side of this thing. Because the belt's going to go smack straight inside this machine. So I think I'm going to need to have a splitter in here. I'm probably going to need a splitter anyway. How should I do this? With all of the spaghetti? All of the spaghetti sounds like the right amount of spaghetti. So I'll take up... Ooh, if I take out that bit... Ooh, this is even better. Because now I can put in the splitter here, like that. We can have a belt going from here to keep that happy. We can have a belt going from here to satisfy that one. We can have a belt going in the bottom of there, because that's going to need it. And we can have another belt coming out of here, round here, and then up. Not insufficient space for up. Okay, in that case I shall delete a couple of pieces of that. We'll have a belt coming from there and going up one to about there, then coming around here and going in there. Lovely. For certain values of lovely. So now we should see fairly quickly that all of the oil going down there is painted, and all of the carbon coming down here will eventually be painted. I just tried to put 80 in here. I couldn't because there wasn't enough of it, but come on, get rid of this graphite. I don't want the graphite. There we go. Right. So yeah, eventually this will all be painted as well, and all will be happy and hunky dory, and we'll be getting 20% more out there. Now at the moment we've got a lack of painted stuff in here, so as you can see, this isn't actually growing over here, presumably. No, it's not. Despite the fact that we've got painted oil, because we haven't got painted graphite yet, it needs to get through the rest of this stack. But that's fine. It'll take a moment or two, but it'll do it. So this brings me back to over here, where things are just insufficient. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stacking these. Even though the thing is, there's not enough. So I assume all of these machines are running. I'm not quite sure how to tell at a glance. Yeah, all of the output for the hydrogen output is flowing freely. The refined oil, ooh, here's a good place to put in stackers. Somehow. Right, so I think I can do this. So put in a stacker here, here. Sure, don't care. Put a stacker here. Stacker here, and I'll reverse the belt. I believe if I put down a foundation on this copper patch... What? I thought you could get rid of... I thought you could get rid of resources by putting foundation on them. Vein restore, okay. It doesn't seem to be getting rid of this ore patch, which is a bit disappointing, because that was sort of what I wanted it to do. True, I do have faster belts, yeah. I like the stackers better, to be honest, because then you don't have to upgrade all of your belts, basically. So therefore that strikes me as being easier. What I want to do is put in a splitter here. Probably one of... First time ever, one of these is actually going to be useful. The problem here is this copper patch, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I mean, I suppose I could do that, but that's going to take a while to get rid of it. What if I... Oh, here we go. Here's a horrible way to deal with that. I could put that there, and then I could have a belt come out of here and go into there, and have a belt come out of... Oh, no. Here and go in there, and a belt come out of here and go in down there. Collide with other objects. Oh, it's hitting the... Yeah, it's hitting the ores now. Why is there always something in the way? Yeah, how do you get rid of... Okay, I'm gonna Google this one, because I'm sure there's a way to remove them. Bury them with foundation. Yes. Oh, using foundations in the bury resource node option. Okay. Right, let's give that a shot then. I've only got one foundation left at this point, so I'm going to have to go and get some more in a minute. But, vein restore. Ah, vein bury. There we go. I see. Right, so in this case, if I come along here and I go, I want to bury this one, boom, it just disappears. Excellent. So now we can go... Oh, okay, there's still in the way. But the theory is better, at least. So you are at the same height as that one. Okay. So I want to go down. Where can I go down to, though? That's the question. Can't get... You know what? Let's just do it the easy way. Let's go down over here, then cross one. That's cross two. No, it wasn't. Over here. And oh, that's a high up one because of reasons. Right. Let's try that again. Let's start again from scratch and see if I can get it right this time. So this time, I'll do a flat one at the bottom. Oh, no, I can't do a flat one at the bottom because it needs to go out there. Ah. Bugger. Oh, no, actually, no, I probably can. I'll just make it go up afterwards and then another one on top of it. Right. So then we put that in there. Have it come out to... And you can't join onto that because it's not horizontal. Bloody hell. Then we come out again. From here, we join onto there. Like that. Then this can go into the bottom of there. Into there. Right. Okay. Now we redirect that in there instead. That comes out of there. And no. That comes out of there and goes into here. What? Is there not room to go through there? Really? Really? Yeah, go there. Go there. Good. Okay, I thought that was probably going to be alright. So I can go in there. Right, okay. Partial success. Then this can go in here. This, I wish there was a way to turn belts around. I really do. I keep asking if there's a way to turn belts around. Nobody's ever come up with an answer, so I'm just sort of continuing to assume there isn't. I admit that's a fairly rash assumption, but you never know. I might be right. This needs to be finagled in somewhere else, but I'll get rid of this. What? No. I said get rid of. There we go. Get rid of that and that and that and that. And that. And now... Oh, and actually... Yeah, that. A few more of those so I can come down wherever it needs to. Ow! Bloody hell. Put that back. Also help me. Right. And then... Come out of here. Go up so we can jump over this. And then down again. I said up so we can jump over this. Right. And then down again, rejoin on there. And now we've got stacked oil. Stacked refined oil, nonetheless. Whatever words. Yes. Then you go from there onto there, like that. Good, fine. And then you go this way onto there. Right, that's horrible. But it might work. I mean, at the very least, we're going to get the same amount of... We've not lost any oil, I don't think. I've improved the flow a little bit as well. So that should be, if anything, a tiny bit more. Oh no, and then there's this one coming over here as well. This also needs to be stacked. Except it's not going to get stacked because there isn't enough on the bus. So I might as well just ignore it for now, I think. If that starts to back up, then I'll stick a stacker in there as well. Gotta stick a stacker or two. Or... Ha! Okay. A mod for it, okay. Yeah, so some of these coming through are doubled, but I think there are more gaps than there are doubles. So, although actually that said, over here there's more doubles than there are gaps, because this belt is still practically very nearly full, and some of these are doubles. So this is, yeah, I do now have more refined oil than I did before. Not by an enormous quantity, but it is slightly better. Have the doubles started to reach over here yet? Yes. Just. I can also make these things even taller now, so that's nice. So yeah, so there's a bit more of this coming, a bit more oil coming through now. It's not going to help really, because it's going to get a bit further down here, and we're going to get slightly more of whatever these things are, the titanium crystals coming out. But it's not going to make as much of a difference as I would like it to. So I guess what I need to do is just add more of these in. Do I have any oil refineries? I do. I've got 3 more of them. Okay, let's put in another 3 oil refineries and see how it goes. Since I have at least some belts for this. Oops. You. 1, 2. Okay, I've run out of inserters. As before, let's just upgrade them. Magics. Even makes sort of slightly magical noises. 2, 3. Okay, so that's a little bit more through. Well, at least it will be a little bit more throughput when I put another one of these in. Around the back, I guess. Like that. So that's added in not a lot. I've added in 3 when I already had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've gone from 14 to 17. That's, as percentages go, not a huge amount. I'm painting the oil that goes in, and I now have plenty of oil, so I could put these into fast mode. That might be worth doing. How's my power as a loosely associated thought? Still okay, good. I could put all of these into fast mode, and then I get significantly more oil coming out. Although that said, this is already a nearly full... This belt is flowing fairly quickly, even though I've doubled it. Maybe I should be quadrupling it. But that requires even more infrastructure. Actually, given the speed these are running at, I could probably put in... Do I have another 3 doublers? I do. Let's see if I can squeeze this in. I don't know if there's going to be room for it, but I'm going to try. There isn't. Never mind. Yeah, I thought, yeah, let's put in... This was a 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there wouldn't be room for that. I'd have, or if to get room, I could move this, and then I could make room for it, but it'd require quite a lot of faffing with all of these belts. I'm sort of tempted, but at the moment I don't actually need that extra throughput. It is just about fast enough. This I note is now going a bit slower, so we should be getting solid doubles through here, and we are. So it seems I've now got... What are we... Okay, so... We're... Right, so even though... This is awkward, because I want to prioritise this belt, but there isn't enough on it for me to use a stacker. So... There's always going to be singles going out over here. Now actually, I think I worked out that I could prioritise the other way around. If I set this one to be prioritised on this side, and I set this one? Can't click on the damn thing. This one to be prioritised to this one. That should still work. And that just means we're then taking from these machines by priority instead of the doubly processed ones by priority, which, to be honest, makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. Although I suppose, now that I've got 20% boosts on from productivity, I could just have a system that takes in oil and then pass it back and forth between this system and this system endlessly, and gets me free oil and free hydrogen. Is that a good idea? Probably not. Am I still tempted nonetheless? A little bit. Stackomatron goes here. Am I likely to have just broken everything? Fairly. But we'll see. In theory, this belt shouldn't now... I might need to switch the other priorities as well. Like this one. No, that's probably okay, because we always want to have that available there. No, I think that's probably alright. I don't know, yeah, I think it probably is. The paint costs, well, if I do level 1 paint, then it just costs coal. If I do level 2 paint, it costs coal and diamond. So... I feel like I've got more of it than I have copper oil. If we come over here, this is gradually filling up, but it's got more in than it had before. It seems to be gradually filling up, so I am producing paint faster than I'm using it. Now that doesn't strictly answer the question, because. But yeah, I suppose it depends on which hydrocarbon you value more. The coal is significantly simpler to process, so I've just got massive quantities of it being brought in here by this tower and then being stacked up to a couple high, maybe 4 high on a belt. 4 high on a belt, because why not? So I don't know. Basically. However, how are we doing over here? So slightly less flowing through this way now, but that means all the gaps will be being filled up with this one. So we'll always have well, we're drawing. Yeah, so we are using this one a bit to basically fill in the gaps in the other one, which is, I think, what I want. I feel like this is okay. I think this is correct, and we can. Yeah. There's still some wands coming. Oh, there's still some wands coming through because there were a load of wands on this belt along here, not because they're still coming through. Yeah, okay, that's all right. I'm happy with that. So I think I have successfully doubled the throughput of oil, which is bizarre because I only added in 3 extra refineries over here. But then this belt is moving fairly slowly, so when I say doubled it, I mean I don't actually mean I've doubled it. I mean I've just fitted a larger buffer onto the belt, I think. But then let's go and see what's going on over here. Oh, there's no research happening. That's why everything's filled up. Yes, you're quite right, Gort. I hadn't noticed that it was. I hadn't noticed the research had stopped. So let's have a let's get some research going, because that's a nice way to burn everything. The thing is, I don't really know what I want at the moment. Working towards green science is a logical thing to do, I think. Satellite power distribution system. Satellite power distribution system sounds like fun, but longer power transmission and a larger supply area. I don't have any problems with transmission distance or supply area at the moment, so I don't think there's any point in doing that. I would like the gravitron lens that you can put into... Is that this one? Yes, I want this, because that's going to allow me to make my energy receivers a lot more powerful. So let's work towards that. So that means I need a miniature particle collider, and I need strange matter. Does it matter that it's strange? And then I need a yeah, that one. Space warper. Nice. Yeah, so I want those. Notably, they're all using massive quantities of blue, red, yellow, but no purple. So that's going to be... It's gonna test this system at least a little bit. So yeah, hope potential. Oh, there's backlogs built up in these machines. That's why this is trickly. That's why this is running flat out. So these ones have got 1 or possibly none in. This one's got 8. So yeah, none. So this one's got 7, 6. Yes, this one's emptying. Then when this one finishes emptying, if and when it's struggling to empty, which is interesting. There we go. Eventually, we'll drain out all of these, and I think we definitely need more than one tower here. Whether we need all of both, oh, I don't know. As long as we're producing them fast enough, I sort of don't care. Maybe maybe I need to put more science machines on this tower, because these are all running, and these are not. These are not. Those are not. But let's give it a few minutes. Find out where the bottleneck is. If it is this thing, then I can make this tower even taller, and then have to start thinking about not having enough purple ones later. But maybe we'll find that we have enough buffer for that. All right. Quick water break while I because I've been talking constantly for 2 hours, and that makes me thirsty. Drinking problem. It's alright, it's only water. I wouldn't be drinking vodka quite like that. Hell, I don't think I'd be drinking anything other than water quite like that, to be honest. Right. So, as stated earlier, how are you doing? You're down to... Yeah, it is slowly working through. So, there we go. This one stack is not producing them quite as quickly as they're being used, which is... should not come as a surprise to anyone, because when I only had one stack of them, it wasn't able to keep up. So what I was saying earlier is I should perhaps have 3 of these, 6 of these, 8 of these. So that's actually 2 fewer than I've got at the moment, and then 10 of these, and that might be sort of balanced-ish. So I could try for that. I could go. Let's take these ones because they're empty. And then into here I'll put all of the ingredients, hopefully. Diamonds? No, I think I managed to put those in. Okay. So that should be the right number, along with I think I said 6 of these, and no, yeah, 6 of these. So there's a surplus. But then, how long does a research take? Is there a fixed time for a research to an individual science run to run? That's too far away for me to look at it. Let's have a look. I don't know. Also put these in there. Says 60 hash. Oh, I've just put in some unpainted one. That's why. Fail. Oh well. They'll get used up. Let's look at a different one. Now, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Is my short answer there. It says it requires 240,000 hashes. I suppose I could probably do the maths here, and then say, okay, so it requires 240,000 hashes, and we're doing 72 hashes a second, and it requires 800 of these. Therefore, it's using so many of these per second, and work backwards from there. But to be honest, I think it might be easier just to try and ooh, it's going really high. Let's just do that. See how, and then go run around. Just yeah, let's do that. Then find out where the bottlenecks are. Which ones were being produced faster than they used. Which ones are being used faster than they're produced. That's immense. I don't know if these inserters at the bottom here are going to be able to keep up. They are all green ones, so that's the best in class. But it's running backwards and forwards absolutely flat out, trying to fill it up. But actually, I think yeah, it is getting there. I can't see my camera. I can't get my camera into the right place to look at it properly. So that one, yeah, that one's got 3 in it. That one's got none of the yellow one specifically, since that seems to be the bottleneck. It seems they don't pass them on upwards until they're full and satisfied. So this might actually not be a practical. It looks cool being ludicrously tall like that, but I'm not sure it actually works. Not with these inserters. I might need to make the next level and the next level up of inserters in order to keep this tower happy. Or, you know, I could cut the top 2 off and put another second tower in. I mean, that would be the sensible way to do it, but this is kind of awesome. And that's got up to 7, 8. It does seem to be gradually filling up. Whether it'll actually manage to get all the way to the top, I have my doubts, but it's doing quite well. I suspect over here now we're probably using these yellows up faster than we're generating them. We aren't yet. That's quite impressive. So, how's the buffer in all of these? We've got none, 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 6, 5, 4. That's going down, so we are using them slightly. Okay, let's put the 2 I just took from here back on again, like that. Oh, that's a good idea. I could stack. Yeah, I could stack the cubes. Yes, I didn't think of that. Why did I not think of that, given how much stacking of everything I've been doing recently? Yeah, there's loads of room in here to put in a load of stackers. That's a very good idea. I think I'm about to sneeze. Turns out, yes. Can you put stackers right next to each other? This is an important question. I'm going to science this first before I... Yes, you can. Excellent. Okay, so... Bump, 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 bump. And stackers. Have I got them the right way around? I think so. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, fail. At least there's plenty of space here, so I can just do that. Right, and then belt in and out. Go away. What are you doing? In, out, in, out, in, out, and shake it all about. And as long as the input belt is full, which it should basically always be, then they'll be stacked up to 2 high. Whether we'll get back pressure on there, I somewhat doubt, but they'll be stacked, so we'll be able to, so the inserter won't have to work quite as hard. Very good point. Well done, Gort. Thank you. That's going to make an enormous difference. We'll see that one. Yeah, filling up 5, 8, 7, 8, 9. There we go. It's basically 10. So now that's the top one's filling up as well. Excellent. Yes, very, very good thinking there. Now the blues seem to be the... Oh yeah, the blues are at the short... Blues are in the highest demand or the shortest supply because they're only coming from just here. Everything else, yeah, we're just ripping through all of the supply on the belt rather quickly. So yeah, at this point we can't remotely keep up with demand, but it's quite impressive having that massive, massive science tower. It's just it's a bit ridiculous, but it's also a bit awesome. Over here, we are chucking them in as fast as we can. This is working without any serious problems. We haven't used up all of the everythings of anything, so deuterium and antimatter stably. Okay, consume a lot of energy. Okay, goody. I could put some more on here. I could extend all of these towers, but I think I'm just then going to run into enormous supply issues. No, let's not do this one, because, yeah, we are just going to rip through. Yeah, you can see the yellow ones. We're getting through them much faster than we're making them. The purple ones we're not, but that's because we're just not using any purples at this stage of the research. So I think I'm kind of okay with that, because I tend to do research in a fairly bursty way anyway. So yes, it's going to use up all of the backlog on all of the buffer on the belts, but never mind. It can do it. It can do research nice and quickly. I'll probably want at some point in the future, when I have even bigger researches to do, yeah, maybe I'll want to improve all of these things a bit. But I can't help feeling that at some point I'm going to move a little bit away from this bus system and start having at least the research packs being produced in sort of scattered different areas, and then just logistics system them all into one central place to do the actual researches. I think that's probably going to make more sense. Let's put all of these in here, even though it's going to mess up the multipliers. I've also got a lot of refined oil. Where can I put that? I suppose I can put it into these machines up here. Oh, too far away, that's why it's not working. Yeah, whoever it was said holding down control puts everything from your inventory in there was telling Porkies, because it doesn't work. Is that water? Yes, that is water. Okay, well, I've got rid of some of the nonsense in my inventory at least anyway. Oh, I've still got some blue research packs, for goodness sake. Have them as well. Right. So, what was I researching for? I've forgotten now. Oh yes, the gravitron lenses to go in these things over here, to go in the power receiver dishes. These things, as and when I've actually got any of them. Let's grab some of that, and let's extend this area around here, because I do kind of want to have 6 dishes in this sort of area, because this is an area where I do want to bring in a decent amount of. I want to have symmetrical power generation on all 4 quarters of the planet, and I've run out. Oh yeah, of course, I was having that problem before. I remember. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's 5. 5 is nearly 6. It'll do. Okay, so I haven't made a new science pack this time. I haven't made a new sort of. In fact, I don't feel like I've done all that much. This has been a sort of this entire session so far has just been me going around fiddling with things and trying to boost the productions of everything, which is, I mean, it's been fairly successful. I've now got a dual tower of yellow happening over here, which I'm quite impressed with, and all working, and it's got enough of both inputs, he says in a slightly questioning tone of voice. Yes, it has got enough of both inputs. Now, I probably need to make these towers even taller in order to get the extra. I probably need to double the amount of every science pack I'm making, so I make all these towers twice as tall, or at least take them up to the maximum, because it's not fast enough. We are using it up faster than we're making it. But then, on the other hand, do I care? Yes, it is being used up faster than it's being made, but we're still doing research. We're doing research at a decent rate. There is plenty of science pack to go around, so that's probably all right, at least for now. We may find at some point in the future we have some sort of ridiculously difficult science research to do that requires enormous quantities of science pack. But yeah. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Oh no, I was going to say, can I change the orbit colour from here? Yes, I can. So if I change the solar sail colour, what if I set this now to be yellow? Will that change the ones that are already up there? Oh, yes, it will. That's slightly disappointing. I said I was going to try and get a sort of a multicoloured Dyson swarm going up there, but yeah. The only way to do that would be to set up multiple orbits in more or less the same place, and then I'd have to reprogram all the guns on the other planet, and that would mean I'd have to go to the other planet, which so far has been remarkably self-contained and just keeping itself working. Right, so I think the next thing, as I say, the next thing I want to do is these gravitational lens things. And that's going to, well, I don't know what these are going to require. Oh, they take diamonds and the blue, sorry, the blue, that's green, Laurence, that's green. Blue thing to, this green thing here, which is going to take deuterium and I think that's iron and the purple version of it. The purple version of it I already have. That's these things, particle containers. So I'm going to need to make particle containers, and so I'm going to need to make deuterium. So how do we do that? Deuterium is made from hydrogen in a fractionator. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Gort. So far the main bus has been okay. It's starting to get to the point where it's a bit unwieldy and starting to get a little bit silly. Um, I mean, I feel like I should try and pick out which things have the highest throughput, and then move them off to being produced somewhere else, or move the production and the main consumption off somewhere else. So looking at this, what's this? This is a bit of a shortage. This is you glass. Yes, you're glass. So there's not enough glass being made. Oh, yeah, I know why, because there's glass being made at the other end as well. So this is only feeding half the system. So what I want to do is just sort of look along here for belts that are flowing absolutely flat out. Like, what are you? Oh, you're stone bricks, I think. Stone bricks are clearly needed in rather large quantities. Oh, that's because I've just grabbed an enormous quantity of landfill. That's okay. So basically, I think to an extent, it's going to come down to the things that are required for making science packs, probably. So I should probably I should probably move green circuit production off the bus, and I should move coil production off the bus, and I should have somewhere that drops off magnets and copper and then I have to move I move all the metals off the bus. So I move So yes, I should be starting to move things like green circuit production off the bus, and probably yellow circuit production off the bus as well, and just bringing in all of the ingredients required for those. Oil production, well, again, once again, it should be the things that are using it all should be taken off the bus. So yeah, I should be. Yes, you're quite right. I should start to think about moving the heavy consumers away and putting them somewhere else, and also the heavy producers as well. So oil would be done somewhere else. Metals would be done somewhere else. Green circuit. Yes, that would be a sensible thing to do. I'm just not sure where to begin. Probably with the metals, I guess, because or the ores. So we have all of these. Yeah, another thing. I guess the thing is at the moment, my strange matter. How strange. These are being made. Sorry, this mine is still absolutely fine. I've had to upgrade the smeltery a little bit by painting it, and did I put in a couple? Oh yeah, and by stacking the output from it. But basically, this is keeping up. This is supplying my entire factory. Yes, I could whack a logistics tower. In fact, I've got a logistics tower here. I could just feed this. I could feed the copper into here, and then have another logistics tower feeding it out onto the bus, and then make the. In fact, that's probably sensible. And then make the irons and make green circuits somewhere else. But again, bring them in by logistics tower. All of these things are very, very sensible. It's just a sort of a where to begin and where shall I put it. And I mean, the planet isn't full, but there's quite a lot of. I've used up. I feel like I've used up quite a bit of space on it. How far around it does my bus go? So from here to about here, that's about 90 degrees, isn't it? So I've used about. Yeah, my bus only takes up probably slightly less than a quarter of the planet so far by circumference. So there's lots of space left. So yes, you're quite right. I should build up something another. I should move things like mining and at least green circuits off the bus, and then think about what else should be moved off after that. Just gradually work my way along the chain. But I've just made gravitron lenses. So I think no, I haven't. I've done the thing before gravitron lenses. All right, let's do that then. So let's go off somewhere else and make a green circuit factory, like somewhere else, like here. Here seems like a suitable place. So I'll get lots of. I'll put down a logistics station. These ones, how many things? These can cope with 3 things. So that has to be iron in, copper in, and green circuits out. Except the iron, no, except it's magnets in, isn't it? So Do I bring in... The question is, do I bring in copper, iron ore? I think I'd probably bring in iron ore and copper. Make the magnets on site. Oh, true. Yeah, there are a few things that do use the rare resources, like this one and this one and this one. Not so much for green circuits though. Green circuits are very, very simple and basic. There's only one way to do those. So that's fair. So for now, I'll stick with that. So, right, I'm going to need smelteries, lots of them. I'm going to need assembly machines, even more of them. Let's go and get some of those then. So here's assembly machines. Yoink. Smelteries are probably only being made one stack at a time, because of course they are. Are you a smelter? Yes, you're a smelter. Not even one stack at a time. They're being made 10 at a time. I probably should dump them out into a box. So let's get rid of that and put it over here. Then I can put down another box. Have I got another box? I've got another box here. And then that to there. And that to there. Because more than a stack is probably going to be silly. How far are these things stacked? So they're stacked to 100... Well, they stack to nobody knows because it hasn't found enough of them yet. Okay, so that'll probably do for now. Oh, no, I've got my charging pylons, that's okay. Okay, yeah, I'll probably get onto and start trying those things in a little while, but not just yet. So, over here, I would like a logistics tower, like this. Bomp. Bomp. Right, coming out of that, we're going to have... So we're going to have iron ore being brought to this. Now I really should be painting this, but this thing doesn't have the capacity to have iron ore in, copper in, and green circuits out, and paint. So I'd have to have another tower, which is not the end of the world, but it's also not ideal. So we'll do that for now. Let's bring it straight out of here. We'll go from here, and we'll have a belt coming out like this. That's going to be my, I don't know, arbitrary first ingredient. I haven't decided which one yet. Let's look at the ratios for these things. So, we're going to be turning these magnets. It takes 1.5 seconds to make one. Coils, it takes 1 second to make 2. But takes so every... Because it's going to take 3 seconds to make enough magnets, so I'm going to want to have two of the others feeding into... I'm going to have... It's going to be an unhelpful ratio, so I need 2 every second, and this makes 1 every second and a half. So I'm going to need to have 3 machines making them, because that'll make 3 per 1.5 seconds. No, I need 2 machines. 2 machines making them, that'll make 2 per 1.5 seconds. Yeah, I need to have 3 machines making them, which make 3 per 1.5 seconds, which is 2 per 1 second. Yes, okay, there we go. So three smelteries making magnets to one machine making magnetic coils. Okay, I'm going to charge up my batteries and then carry on thinking about the numbers from there. While I do it, rather. So that's those, and then these are made at 2 per second, and then that goes into green circuits, which are here. That doesn't take coils; that just takes iron. Oh, I completely misnamed what's required for this. It just takes iron and copper. Okay, 2 iron and 1 copper to make 2 circuits. Two circuits every second. 2 iron. So I need. I should let. Should we bring in iron or iron ore? Let's bring in iron because that seems more sensible, really. So we'll change that. Clear and reset. Change that to be iron. Let's bring in iron. That seems more sensible somehow. And then we can have smelting on. I don't know. But that means I don't need those smelters. I just need In fact, in that case, I just needed straight belts. Do you think I should do smelting on site? I don't know. It makes it slightly more complicated, sure, but that's just 1-to-1, 1-to-1. It's only a little bit more complicated. Let's bring iron ore, and because this way I can just have a mine can just be passing stuff straight out into the logistics network, and it doesn't need to have I don't need to have a separate smeltery area, at least for now. So we'll bring this one out. We'll smelt this like, where is it? Where are my smelters? There are my smelters. So bring it out. We'll smelt, and we need 2 iron smelters, and then we need an assembly machine. This is probably not going to fit, actually. Might need a belt for this. I don't know. Let's find out. Can we? I don't know how. It hasn't. Oh no, actually no. I do know how. What am I looking for? Yes, inserters. Can we go from here to here? Yes, we can. Lovely. So if we can do that, then I can put in another one here. Like that. That goes from there into there. That's as close as I can get those, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's a shame. A little bit of a shame. Okay, so then this can come out of here, come along here, and up here. And then we have another belt coming in this way, like this, and into there. Right, so now we program stuff. You do iron, you do iron, you do copper, you do green circuits. And then of course we need all the inserters to put stuff into them, like that, and that, and that, and to get out like that. And a power pole in the middle of it just for fun. There we go. Right, now I think it's time to learn to use blueprints, because I don't want to keep making that manually by hand. So blueprint, new blueprint. How do I use blueprints? So I want to take this. Oh, double click. No. How do I turn something on the map into a blueprint, basically, is what I'm saying. Oh, this looks promising. That bit. Can I shrink that down a little bit? Oh. Reset. Right, so I want to go from here to here. There we go, that's my blueprint. So if I use, oh okay, so if I, ooh, that's good timing. So if I turn that, can I put that there? Yeah, so, oh right, okay, this is interesting. It's a slightly finicky system, but that kind of works. I mean, there's a gap in my belt here, but that's easy enough to fix. Right. Okay, cool. I used blueprints. Yay! Leave room for paint. I suppose I should have done. Meh. I don't have a way of getting paint in particularly easily, so I'm yeah. Oh, east-west is a good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah, it would have been a good idea. Yeah. Oh, how far? Let's see diddly. How far I got before it becomes a problem. It's from this point on the equator. I got all the way up to here before it becomes a problem, and that's a reasonable distance. So yeah, I'm sort of okay with that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 machines making green circuits. How many? No, there's no point in flying over there. How many did I have? Hello, give me a map mode. There we go. How many did I have before? Am I remotely? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got almost as many, and in a rather neater system. And what I intend to do is then have. I've got 4 sides coming out of here, so I can have another column here, another column here, and another column here, all running off this one thing. So now I've come over here. Let's put down some more. Let's put down some landfill. I feel like there should be a way of just putting this down in the most inefficient pattern, because I don't really care about putting down. I don't care about covering the area in concrete. I just want to put down enough to fill in all of the water, which I didn't do then. In order to be able to build on it, but there doesn't seem to be a nice easy way of doing that, or at least if there is, I'm not aware of it. Which one of these is my blueprint? Must be this one? Yes. How do I use? That's not what I meant to press. I know what that was going to do. Yeah. That's a very weird file browser. That's not my default file browser. So that's, yeah, that's a bit odd. Go away. Where is my blueprint? No. Oh. How do I use this blueprint? I've got a blueprint. I want to use it. And this is green circuits from ores. Green circuits from ores. Icon like sure, but how do I create blueprint? Sure. New empty blueprint. New blueprint book. Up 1 level. Okay, so I've got this blueprint. Oh, right click to use. Oh, double click to use, sorry. Okay, got it. Right, so that's now slightly... and that one presumably isn't going to work. Need foundation support. Okay, so well, it'll do a bit of it, but only some of it. That'll need to come out. And again, foundation, everything up. Okay, this is sort of okay. Whoa! What's going on there? I mean... No. Just no. That looks bad. Oh, and I've managed to put ghosts in now because I've run out of smelters. That's quite interesting. So from putting down blueprints, you can leave ghosts. That's quite nice. I didn't know that. Let's carry on up to the error up here, shall we? Right. So, oop, no, that wasn't what I meant. Okay, that apparently was what I meant. We meant to press. Yes. 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 Can I put that there? Oh, I can. Oh, I could have put them a little bit closer all along, I think. Oh wait, oh no, that's all. No, this has gone wrong. I've got a bad paste in here somewhere. Let's get rid of all of that. Let's try that again. So that is this one, but it needs all of its mining things around it. There we go. That's better. One there. What are you colliding with? Okay, it's just an existing bit of valve. That's fine. And then one there. And is there room for one more? No, we're having... Can I put one in there? Yes. Cool. And then I run into the problem with the edge of the world. Fix the gaps there and there. Right, let's go and get some more whatchamacallits. Yes, whatchamacallits. That's what they're known as. Furnaces. Furnaces. Yes, I know words. Me, lots of words. The best words. You're full of furnaces. Give me that. 51. It's enough. It's start. In fact, that should be enough for all of this stuff over here. I think. I've got paint there. It wouldn't be Oh dear, wouldn't be impossible to bring it all the way over. Have I left my... Yes, let's do some charging before I start building other stuff up. What's that? Oh, that's the furnaces that are still waiting to be built. Okay, good. Actually, okay, I'm reasonably happy with the or yeah, pretty happy with the blueprint system. It's a bit weird compared to the things I've been doing before, but it does work quite nicely. And now I think I can get used to it quite. I think I can get used to it reasonably quickly. So yeah, I'm happy with it now to have played with it. Actually, that's better than I don't know what I was expecting, but I think I glanced at it somehow, probably by pressing the wrong button, and hadn't really tried to use it, and it hadn't seemed particularly helpful or friendly. So I'd forgotten about, or given up on it and forgotten about it and moved on, and then hadn't come back to look at it again. There we go. That's enough power. The construction bots in this game seem to be a bit smarter than the ones in Factorio, I think. I feel like they feel like they're more likely to do what I actually want them to do, rather than just sort of run out of power and sit there scratching their heads. I ran into some problems here, clearly. Not sure why that failed. Probably because I didn't put something down properly, or there was no belt there when there needed to be, or I don't know. There's quite a few machines here that seem to have missed out on their inserters. There we go. Oh, and over here as well. I don't know why these would have missed out on their inserters. There were no problems with this as far as I'm aware. There's actual land here, so there shouldn't have been any issues. But for some reason that hasn't worked. Oh, and over here as well, yeah. Lots of missing inserters. Did anyone see what I did wrong here? Because I mean, further on the inserters are all there, but further back they weren't, and I don't really know why. That looks probably okay. So now, I guess, well, nothing's going to happen because I need to now go off and set up some mines with logistics towers. So I guess I'll do that. I mean, there's an iron vein right here, so I guess I could do it here. I can't feed it into this logistics tower. Well, I could feed it into this logistics tower actually, because this one is doing iron ore. So I guess I could. It feels a bit wrong though. Okay, that gets that half bit. And this one will hopefully... Yeah, that'll get the other half. There we go. So that's going to be mining up the entire iron thing there. So let's have another... Let's have another... Let's do this properly, in inverted commas. Let's have another tower there, even though it's a bit decadent with the old towers, but I don't really care. Do that like that, so that's linked up there. And then, of course, we need power for everything. Put in a pylon there. And you are... No, you are to be supplying that, and not doing that at all, not doing that at all. Right, and it's got no robots, but that's fine. I'll need to fix that because the robots are very, very specific to towers in this game, so I need to go and get some more. That's really bright. And then I need to set up a copper mine as well in exactly the same way. So I need to get some more mining drills because I think those are my last two. Yep, you're robots. Totally robots. Mining drills. Mining drills. Not over there. Mining drills, there they are. And I've still got a decent number of the logistics towers. I've got 2 logistics towers. That's enough for now. That's enough to finish off green science, the green science town anyway. So bring them over here. I'm going to put the bots in this tower because this is the one that's going to be doing everything. So if I put the bots in here like this, it's only 11 of them, which isn't very many. But then that means they'll fly off. They'll They'll fly off to go and get the iron, or they'll fly off to go and get copper from wherever, and they'll also fly the circuits around. So it's just everything done in one go. Where's there a decent copper patch? Coal. Where am I again? Oh, so I'm there. There aren't any copper patches in particularly helpful places. And by helpful places, I mean not a million miles away. This one over here seems to be about the best one. And it's basically on the other side of the planet. In fact, there aren't really many other copper patches at all. There's one there that I'm already. Oh, that's the main one that I'm already using. Are there only? Oh, and there's 3 over here that are all inside my factory, and that in sort of very, very unhelpful ways. I suppose I could use this one. Oh dear. I mean, it's almost sensible because it would start this getting mined up at least. Yeah, right. Let's go and mine that one because it is the nearest one that I can actually remotely get at. And if I can mine it up, then at least it'll stop being in the way of everything else. So let's build a mining colony over here, right in the middle of my base. And get 6 like that. And I can get another. Can I get another one? What are you colliding with? Oh, you're colliding with that belt behind it. I could move that stone belt around a bit. Or I could just tuck this in here. Get another 5. Yeah, that'll do. No, not that. That's not enough to press. Then I need another tower. I need another logistics tower in. We'll put it here because there's space. Then I shall need power for this one, so that's one of you in there, I guess. And then belts. I'm quite glad I've started doing this actually, because this means I've got something completely different from things I've done before to talk about in the next video. It was starting to get to the point where I was thinking, well, this next video is going to just be me going around saying, well, I expanded this and I expanded that. Isn't this lovely? But at least this way, I'm actually doing something new and a little bit interesting. Well, quite a bit interesting. Okay, so there we go, and immediately got the demand appearing on there. We've got some bots coming over to come and grab what's in here. So good. That's the 2 inputs I needed for my new factory. Come back over here now, and we should see this is now filling up nicely with iron ore. Hopefully, setting all the filters would help, wouldn't it? All right. So down here we need to have iron ore here. We need to have copper ore here, and I don't need to set up a filter on this one because this is an input. So that's that done. Oh, copper has arrived already. That was quick. Right, and yes, success. We are making green circuits. Yep. I'm just going to go along and make sure all these machines seem to be actually doing things. Are you running? No. You've got copper but not iron. Oh, the iron hasn't made it along this far yet because we're using so much of it. That's a problem. I hadn't really thought of that we're going. Or is it just that these machines are building up a massive buffer inside of them? So it's got a buffer of not that big actually, but that buffer is there. It's just building up. Says I. Let's go and have a look at the other ones and see what sort of buffer size they've built up to. Copper will probably do. It's going to be equivalent. Okay, so that's built up to a stack size of the stack of 100 inside it. So eventually, all of these smelteries will get to the point where they've got 100 of the resource inside them, and they'll stop cooking it up. But that's going to be quite a long way off. Can I? No, I don't see a way to limit this to only having, say, 10 in it. So I think I just need to wait for these to get all the way up to 100, and then it'll flow on all the way down, and everything, and things should be fine. And we'll see how many of these can be supported by a single thing. Now, you want to, what I could do actually, I could put a stacker on the outside here and then have a couple of pieces of the next level up, next tier of belt, just to feed that stacker. That'd be quite a good way of doing it, of getting more onto it without having to use enormous quantities of resources for the better belts. So let's see, to make a better belt, I need, is it counts as building? It does count as building. It's twice as fast, good. So I need a load of the little green motor things. Where are they from? They're done by here, I'm sure. There's the normal motor. There's the basic motors. Where are the turbine motors? Maybe they are a bit further. Yeah, oh, there they are further along. They're here. Too far to operate. There we go. Geef, geef. Right. So let's make some green belts. I've got a stacker. No. Don't think so. Okay, that's a thought. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find the research for that. And see how reasonable that is to do. Vertical stellar sorter cargo stacking. Does this include Mark III cargo? No, I don't think that's it. Vein utilization. These would be sensible ones to have, actually. Get a bit more, slightly better ore consumption. Oh, and better mining speed as well. Nice. What are you? Logistics carrier capacity. Logistics carrier. Sort of cargo stacking. Vertical construction rate transmitter. I don't know where it would be because they all seem to then be continuations of they're all the same things, just better and better and better. Unless it's this one and I just haven't realised. And this is sort of, unless this is covers let's get that one actually. Let's clear those out. Let's do sorter cargo stacking 1 and see if that does it, basically, because it's pretty cheap, and it might be that there's an invisible sorter 3 inside those machines, and that's where it's all coming from. But for now, I'll come along here anyway and get some more stackers, just because. That's you. Some more of them. Right. Okay, I will admit I am definitely enjoying the prettiness of this game. It's yeah. When you fly around like that, everything does look pretty good. This got any further? This still hasn't got any further because these are only at 77 at the moment. So yeah, having that stack on the way out would be rather nice. So I'm going to do this, and if that research does happen to stack these up, then I'll just get a stack size of 4, which is going to be even better. So cut, put in a stack. Where's the stacker? There's a stacker. Stacker goes there. That goes away, and then we get the green belts. Where are the green belts? There are the green belts coming from in there to there. And apparently a stacker needs power, which is kind of fair enough. Let's give it some power. And I need a yellow belt feeding out of there as well. Of course I do. Like that. There we go. Why is that not working? Do I need a green belt coming out of it as well? Yes. Okay, well that works. And now we're at least, yeah, we're pumping it out twice as fast, so it'll go, which is good because we need twice as much iron ore as we do copper ore. So this should keep the whole system. Eventually, in the end, once all the buffers are filled and it gets into sort of a stable position, then this should be. Then this should be stable. That hasn't done it. Tristan suggests it looks the fourth bottom line towards the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yes. I think you're right. That's white science though. That's some way off. Not only does it require, oh yeah, that requires all of the science packs. To make white science requires all of the science packs and antimatter. So yeah, yes. Thank you for telling me it exists. I can't afford that. That would also work, but this also works. I mean, actually that's it. There's no, there aren't gaps. Yeah, this is right. So we've got, oh, and in fact we've got a full belteth of these things coming in now. So this actually turns out the number of machines that I've got going at the moment is enough to fill up the belt completely. So that's worth knowing, because I'm now going to need to cut that and split it off. Or, oh no, or, you know what, put in the stackers. So, although, hang on, it's a green circuit takes, oh, for two, to make two of those, right, okay, so yes, there's double it, yeah. So in that case, I need to count how many are actually making them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut that there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's no point in having any of the stuff beyond here. Because this is as many as there is room for. This will fill a full belt up with green circuits, basically is what I'm saying. I believe I'm saying. So if I now come along here and put in a stacker in here, like, I mean, well, sorry, this is one, whatever color we're calling that belt, one yellow belt's worth of double high yellow belt now. It's worth of stuff, and that's going to be made from. Sorry, let me just build this belt, and then I'll actually try and say this coherently. Right, so a double yellow belt like this and a single yellow belt like this of these ingredients is enough to make a double yellow belt of green circuits. So we should have, if I'm remotely correct there, we should have this should be the correct balance of everything. Yes, I think. And it does seem to be producing a full belt there. Yeah, so I think that's probably about right. There is, however, a problem with the belt along here. Let's sort that out, which makes it rather worrying that it is already producing a full belt, given that this is not working. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the same. Okay, no, that is slightly gappy. All right, that does seem like it's probably okay then. Now, as long as this continues to, yeah, this seems all right. It's, yeah, it's very near. Yeah, maybe 4 machines would actually be enough. Looking at this. This is just sitting here at 20 done. Okay, I got the numbers wrong. It should be 4 on each side. So yeah, what sort of rate do I need? Question is, what sort of rate do I need green circuits at? At the moment, this is absolutely fine. Let's just leave that alone, because it's now basically working, and that means I can go and recharge my batteries. Okay, so this means I can now go over and I can replace the green circuit factory on the main bus with another one of these logistics towers. So it'll come. So we can have the bots will then come over and drop off the logistics stuff there. I could do with some more bots in this tower, to be honest. I don't know how many bots I could put in each logistics tower. Does it tell me? It says that's the number that are in it. The number that are in it and in use. So that's not relevant. I can definitely put at least 30 in one of these towers, because some of the others have got 30 in them. Some's got none, so that's not helpful. Worry about that in a moment. But I do want to put more bots in here. Okay, so now fly back over here. touchdown, thunk, and I can now replace. Or I can put in a. You know, let's just start pulling stuff up. I'm gonna take that from about there, I think. I can cut this entire. No, this is feeding copper into both sides, so I can't take out the copper belt. But I can take out this one because that's only, yeah, that's only feeding the green circuit production, I think. Oh no, it's not. It's doing this as well, whatever this was. Okay, let's put another belt in. Let's take out that inserter because that's a nonsense now. And I mean, it was a nonsense. Well, it was a nonsense fairly soon after I did it, but not immediately. Put that in there instead. That's a bit better. And then I can take out all of these machines. Nom 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 nom. And finally, I can replace them with a logistics tower like so. Boom. And that can have a... Let's stack these because I'm using a lot of them. So I'll put in a few of those green belts that I made. I don't need quite that many, really, do I? And then I can put in a stacker here. This is a neat trick. I wish I thought of this sooner. Although I don't know whether. No, Laurence, no. Do that again, but properly. So with green belts coming into that. Oh, and you need one green belt coming out on the other side. So green belt from there into. How do I get rid of that? Okay. Oh no, that's all right. That's already a green, so I can probably. So I can go from there to there. And then I can have a yellow belt after it from there to there. Right, and then this one is going to be for green circuits, those, and it's going to be demanding them. And we'll set a demand of 500 for now, I think, and see how that goes. I think that's probably going to be plenty. I want the drones to always... Drones should always be full. There's no point in having drones that aren't full. And now, any moment now... Yep, okay, we've got 160 on the way. So while that's running... Whoop, here they come. Here comes the first load of... I can't remember how many goes in one of those things. Is it about 20, or is it more than that? I can't remember. Can I have them, please? Oh, no, I need to set a filter on the outside. There we go. On the output. Right. Needs more green. Needs slightly more green belts on the way out, apparently. There we go. So that should now be, yes, there we go. Double stacked green belts coming out. Green circuits coming out of there. And it's... Okay, they're getting down fairly quickly. Maybe I should have set that a bit higher. Let's set that to 2,000. I think. And now let's go and get more bots for the other tower so it'll actually keep working. Now I think maybe bots should be another thing that I put in a too busy looking at the camera. Right, bots should probably be another thing that I put in a box over here because they're going to be I'm going to be needing them in large quantities, I reckon. So like when I make something like this, I don't want to be going, oh, I've got 10 bots to put in it. No, I'd like to come over and go, right, here's 50 bots or whatever the things will hold. Vein utilization, nice. How many did I pick up? 12. That's not too bad. But let's continue to improve the logistics carriers so we can make them carry more stuff and we can make them go drive engine level 4. We can't make them go faster. Drone engine level requires mecha core level 4. So many hidden dependencies. So we'll have that one. Then we'll have drone engine. Then we'll have... Oh, no, it was drive engine, wasn't it? Sorry, not drone engine. Oh, I don't know. One or the other of those, anyway. And then we can have logistics carrier engine here. Right, there we go. That's going to use up all my science packs for quite a long time, but that's fine. That's what they're for. Give me another 8. Okay, so I've got 20 more drones. I suspect that's probably going to be enough to get the green circuit factory running at a decent rate. And then I can start considering about having a blue circuit town. Sorry, a blue science town. Because that runs mostly off green circuits, but it does require coils as well. So I'm going to need to bring in iron ore for that and make the coils on site. But that's okay, because that's a thing I've got in my plans of... Whoop, there they all go. Blip, 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 blip. It's a good thing there's no sort of collision mechanics on bots in general, isn't it? This and Factorio would both be an absolute nightmare if the logistics bots could collide with each other. And you'd probably want an entrance and an exit of your tower if they could. Oh dear. Okay, so that's, I mean, it's working nicely. They're all flooding off everywhere. We've got, wow, we've already basically filled this thing up with green circuits. That's excellent. I approve of that. I mean, okay, we've only just started using them, but the fact that that factory system there that I built has basically filled it up is fantastic. And now here we've got these pouring down the output belt over here, double stacked, which is very nice. That's what we like to see. And even so, they're still flooding down it at quite right. Now, to be fair, oh, there we go. It's backing up again now. To be fair, a lot of that was probably because I cut the supply off for a moment or two. So that will have caused it to be a bit to slow it down. That will have slowed it down a bit. You know what? I might as well quad stack these. I don't see any reason not to, and it'll just keep. To be honest, and I think this, yeah, I think that'll be a good idea. So what we need here is, again, we need a green belt coming out of here to here and to here. Might as well just put it straight across into that one, and then, okay, it's not doing that. Green belt into there, and then coming out of there as well, and then we can have a yellow belt going from there onto there like that. Then I'm running out of green belts, but that's okay. Oh yeah, then I need to set the filter on this. Filter green circuits. Bloop. Right, so now there's a secondary supply. I can cut that and put in another one of these like that. Can I put a yellow belt from there into there and have it actually work? No. Can I put a green belt from there into there? What? Okay, that seems to have worked. Now, that probably means I can have a yellow belt come out of here. Yeah, it does. Okay, so I could, if you get the break in exactly the right place, then it works. But otherwise, not so much. But okay, so now we have quad stacked green circuits available and plenty thereof. So this is now just, well, it's plenty. So yeah, I can leave that alone now. That'll work. Lovely. I think that's probably going to be all right. I have to admit, I'm not 100% sure. I might need to make the green belts all the way through here to make that be absolutely certain. But anyway, it's better than it needs to be. So that's the important thing here. So next, well, let's think about blue science, because that's the easiest one. So this is a blue. Oh no, that's copper as well. No, that's 3 inputs. That's a shame. So copper. Is there a research I can do to increase the number of inputs on a logistics station? I'm guessing probably not. And I believe somebody told me that the interplanetary ones can't be used for intraplanetary. So I can't put down one of these. Or can I? And expect it to. Oh no, I can. So the interstellar logistics. So this would allow me to do 5 things, and I could do local supply and demand with that, I think. Okay, so I can just use these as straight upgrades, which means I could have put one of these in over there, and then I could have had the green circuits being painted. Oh well, never mind. On the plus side, right, that means doing a blue circuit factory is not going to be too difficult, because I can just call in a supply of green circuits. I can call in a supply of iron ore, because I've got iron ore already, and copper ore, and then I can turn all of that into the coils, and then into the blue science. I think probably making coils on site makes sense. They're not really used for. Well, they're used for loads of things. I don't know. I don't know whether I want to go the whole hog and just make absolutely everything in its own little sub-factory. That seems a little bit excessive. But then, what else are coils used for apart from infrastructure things? Let's have a quick look. So come on here. They're used for. That's infrastructure. They're used for blue circuits. That's infrastructure. I don't know whether that's infrastructure. That probably is a thing that's used for lots of other stuff, but not for science as I don't know. I'm trying to follow coils as well, so they come along here. That's infrastructure. Infrastructure. Okay, that's kind of that's a thing that is used in large quantities. Or is it? Oh, I don't know. Those things haven't been used for anything else yet. So they're getting into the motors. So motors are a thing that goes into lots of stuff, but what's going on here? Oh, they're being made into rocket ships. That's all infrastructure so far. Where the hell does that belt come from? Oh, it's gone over there. Right, okay. Gone over there. Yeah, the coils don't seem to really be used in anything else apart from infrastructure so far. So I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy building those on site. Thank you. Yes, I think that's yeah. As a proof of concept, that's pretty good. It's bringing in it's bringing in a handful of ingredients and making them into something useful, and then those ingredients ingredients that are the useful things are being taken off, shoved onto the bus over here, as is traditional for one of these sort of upgrades. And yeah, it's just working, TM. Now, this may require more throughput later, so I'm not going to build another factory too close to it. I'm going to build my blue circuit factory over here. Actually, I can build close to it, I just need to go in the opposite direction. So I can put in a blue science, sorry, factory here. So let's have a quick think about this. So that's going to be one of the big towers. Put that one here, so I can get all of the outputs, all the ports on it easily. Bot flies a million miles up to get to the top of it. Oh, I thought it was going to be in range of the power supply. Apparently not. So we're going to be bringing in iron ore. We're going to be bringing in copper ore. So that's going to make the coils. And we're going to be bringing in green circuits. And we're going to be shipping out blue science. So this is a local supply, local demand, local demand, local demand. There we go, just fills up by oh, it's only going to be filling up. I need to put some more logistics bots in here because this is only going to fill up with green circuits. Let's only, oh no, let's only go up to like 3,000 with all of these, because the full 10,000 is great for interplanetary because it's got much further to fly, but I think this is probably going to be okay. Nice, extra 10 on the capacity. That's going to fill everything up a lot quicker. And they're not exactly having to fly the stuff a long way, are they? I mean, probably what I should have done is just laid a belt across there, but never mind. This way, if I do need to build another green circuit factory in the future, it'll just work. So this is clearly nonsense carrying this short distance, but it doesn't really matter. So the next step, this is what I was thinking about before. So now this time we need to make the coils, and so that's 2 magnets and 1 copper. So the magnets are 1 iron ore in a second and a half. This is where it's awkward. So it's going to be 3 of these. Will make 3 of these would make 2 per second. This takes 2 per second and produces 2 cores, 2 coils. So we need 3 of these to 1 of 3 of these to 1 of these. That makes 2. 2 every second. So we need 1 of those to every 6 of these. So 3, 1, 6. Okay. Sure. That's not too bad. I can cope with that, I think. Oh, and that's 1 to 1 as well for that one. So I need, right, so I need 3 of, where are they? 3 of these. Like that. And feeding into 1 of these. So it can't go there, it has to go there, so there's room for the inserter. And also another 1 of these. Can't go there. Leave room for the inserter. So it goes there. Right. So you're going to be doing copper. You guys are going to be doing magnets. like that. Good. Now the problem is these all need to feed it. Oh, no, I've left room for a belt. Belt can go up the middle there. Yeah, and then we have a belt up the outside here that brings in the iron ore. A belt up the outside here that brings in the copper. And then a belt up the side here that takes away the coils, because you're doing coils. I should program you before I forget. And then we need 6 machines. Then we need a. Doesn't actually matter where it goes, does it? Because the blue science takes 1 of each. So and it takes 3 seconds. So there aren't going to be any throughput problems with that. So let's put another belt along there in the middle to keep it sensible and sane. Oh wait, and actually, it's to 6. So, oh, do all the machines run at the same speed? I hope so. Because if so, then I can put in a stack of these. Ooh, I don't even need this belt. I can put in a stack. Then I can put in a stack of these 6 high here. I don't have 6 of them, but I could, in theory, go like that. And then we put in the inserters across here, everywhere. So we say we want to insert from there into there, and also there into there. So those are my 2 inputs: green circuits and coils. That goes into there. Copper is being brought along here. So that goes into there. That's there. That there. That there. That there. 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 And there. Okay, so that is a blue circuit factory. Blue. I'm quite pleased with how small and neat that is. Now it helps, granted, that the green circuits are made somewhere else, so that's, you know, one less thing that has to be done. But boom. That was surprising. I mean, that feels too easy. Oh, I haven't put an output belt on the on here for the blue circuits. And the theory is, now this I could just copy this, paste in another copy of it here, and another copy and another copy until I've got as much blue science as I need. So yeah, that's how we that's how I Factorio, and apparently it's how I Dyson Sphere program as well. So yeah, I think that's probably quite good. Let's stick with the stacking stuff up strategy, because I think that's a good one. So that means some of these in across here. Not like that. Silly game. No. And then here I can run out of green belts probably. Oh, actually I've still got some. I've got the bits in my inventory to build some more. So let's make some more green belts. I've got enough to make another 16 apparently. So let's make 10. 6. Right. And let's charge the mech up because I'm running out of juice. Okay, now so belt, green belt goes in. Oh, paint. Because there are only there are 3 inputs to this. I forgot the paint. There are 3 inputs. Yeah, copper, iron ore, copper ore, and green circuits. Okay, so this is correct. That goes there. Then we can have that. No, not like that. That and that. Then I haven't really left enough room for painters. Okay, let's make a new blueprint of new blueprint. That. No. Do what I want. That. There we go. That's my blueprint. This is blue science. Blue science. Whatever. Save blueprint. Good. Right. Okay. So I need to demolish all of this first. Is there a way to do a sort of a I want to set an area for dismantling sometimes, and I don't know how to do that. But okay, so what I want to do here now is leave a little bit more space. We have yellow belts coming out like this, and this, and this. And then I can put painters if I have them. I do, I've got 3 left, that's convenient. Stop stacking things up! I know you're 3D and you're very proud of it, but sometimes I don't want you to do that. Oh dear. Alright, so then over here we'll have another belt coming out. This one can be a yellow belt, because I don't need much throughput from this. But I do need to go up like that, and then all the way through here. Is it all the way through? It is all the way through. Nice. So you are to output number 5, which I haven't set yet. Number 5 is green paint. I don't want that much of it, because again, it's something that's in fairly short supply. So let's set that to 200. Because, as I say, it does also because it goes a long way. So that goes, yeah, that comes around there. That's fine. Then over here, yeah, these are all the things that need to stack. So, right, now I need to put down another blueprint, I think. Is that like this? Yes, it is. Excellent. So I put one. Let's put it there. In fact, let's put in 2 copies of this, because why not? How far close can I get them? I can get them that close. I can put them that close without it looking silly. That's just belts that are having issues, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's fine. I can put another one in. I can't see my own blueprints. Yeah, there looks okay. Oh, tropic lines. Okay, that was, as I was warned earlier. That I should go east or west, but I completely ignored the warning, so I'll have to put it there instead. But that's fine. 3 of those is probably far more than I realistically need anyway. So let's... Oh, I've run out of belts. I'm going to have to go on a shopping spree. Because I have run out of basically everything. But still, I need to get some more bots anyway to put in this tower, because at the moment it has green circuits and nothing else. So yeah, so I need lots and lots of matrix labs. I need lots of belts, and I need lots of bots. There's belts. And I need some furnaces. Nope, wrong something. There we go. Furnaces. And then bots. How many did I get? 99. That's quite a lot. And matrix labs. I think that's everything I needed. Oh, and power is apparently going to be a thing I need fairly soon as well. Let's I think I've got enough to fly back, but I have to admit I'm not certain. Don't fall in the water. That'd be bad. Oh yeah, loads of power. That's fine. So come down, touch down over here. Boop. Bots can go fly off like that and do a building frenzy. There was supposed to be 1 more lab on each of those stacks, because that was meant to be a ratio of 6. Where are my matrices lab? Was that all of them? I think it was. Okay. Right. So this first one is going to be iron ore. So let's set you to iron ore and feed that in there. Second one is going to be copper ore. So let's feed that in there. Oh yeah, I need to put the robots in here, don't I? How many robots can you have? More than 99. Okay, that's fine. And green circuits. There we go. Okay, green circuits are coming out. Nice. Goes like that. And then this one is an input. Ooh, that comes over here and goes in there. Right, so this should all be... Yeah, that's stacked up to 2. We haven't got the paint coming in. We haven't got power for any of this yet, actually. Let's try and power things before we have problems. If that needs power, and that's going to be good enough to join up to everything else. Okay, so we're still waiting for the paint, but that's fine. Oh, that's local demand. There we go. That'll come in quite quickly. This is local supply. That's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Nice. So I can just... Oh, okay, so it's a little bit better. It's a little small, but still, it's an improvement. Yeah, I was hoping to sort of just drag a box across stuff, but yeah, this'll do. I shall not be too fussy. Thank you. Over here, right? We need more of this. No, that to there. That's self-contained. That to there and to there. That to, I suppose, there and there. And then this one, that goes from there to, yeah, alright, I'll do. That's quite a lot of squares I've lost. I suppose it's, yeah, and the squares have got quite a lot bigger, I guess. Interesting. That must have been fun to program. So how are we doing? We've got quite a lot of those going in there. This machine is, yeah, this is building up a buffer because, as I said, I don't have quite enough machines on this tower, but yeah, I'm sort of okay with that. How are we doing? We've got at least some of all of the inputs and more being brought along, so that's working. That seems to be all right. Most of the bots are just sitting idling in the machine. So does that mean there's a shortage of the ores? It may well do because there's not very much in this mine over here. That said, we've got enough to get things started, so I'm not going to worry about it too much for now. I don't seem to have any blue stuff coming out. Oh, I haven't put in the exerters, that's why. Oh dear. There, and there, and fill the gap. And that's interesting. That one does have power. These ones don't. That must be down to the vagaries of the planet shape. So I'll put in that there and that there. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn it! I forgot the magnets were direct insert. Yes, you're quite right. Alright, let's get rid of that machine, because it's not doing anything. Still, the other two are being effective and doing what, yeah, improving improving everything else. In fact, no, they're not, because these are taking in painting the only one where the paint is actually worthwhile is the iron ore, because everything else is having direct insert or almost direct insertion. Good point. Thank you. I didn't twig on that one. So these are producing nearly a full belt of blue circuits, blue science, and the belts are going through quite slowly because they're all double stacked, of course. So that means I could probably run. I reckon I could put a fourth copy of this on the end of it, and that would run without any problems. It would fit on here. And then if I wanted to go any further, then I could put a second copy of this running off the outputs on the other side of this machine. Oh yes, you're right. Copper is being plated, so it would work. Yeah. It's obviously getting late, and I'm getting less observant. Yeah, that one was. You're quite right. Okay, so yeah, that's. I'm not very good at. Do you reckon that belt's half full? I could probably put another two. Well, actually, if I put the extra machine on the top of each of these that they're supposed to have, because if we look at this is idling at about 20. That's because it stops when it gets to 20. Okay, so this is. Yeah, there is more supply than there is demand here, because these are supposed to be 6 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're 5 high because I ran out of bits, and I have still run out of bits because I don't have any more of these. Yeah, lack of item. Let's. Ooh, why are you not full? What are you short of? Right, what are you short of? You're short of coils. Why are you short of coils? Shouldn't be. Because that inserter isn't fast enough. Because it's zipping back and forth across like that. Oh, interesting. So this is an area where we've just had a tropics line. So this inserter is actually going further than this inserter, and it makes a difference. Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, look at the difference in the length of that one and this one. That's fascinating. So when we're up at this end of the world, we need an additional... When we've just had an expansion like this, we need a second inserter in here. Huh. That is not an issue I expected to have. Okay, they're all having that problem by the looks of it. Maybe it isn't to do with that. So these presumably are running out of... yeah. Alright, maybe it wasn't that. I thought it was, but that seemed to be the only one that was having a problem at the time, but I don't know. Let's put second ones along here as well. I clearly need to yeah. That one is now happy. That one's now happy. Yeah, they're all happy now. Question is, would they still be happy if I put a sixth one on the top? And I think they might not be. I think number would be going up faster if they would all be happy with the sixth one on top. So I think I might be limited here until I upgrade all of the inserters. The other inserter is absolutely fine because it's passing the green circuits over that are stacked. But the ones that are going from this machine are working a little bit harder. Now there is room in my design for me to have a belt going across the back carrying more of them, but that seems like a bit ridiculous. Okay, well, so we'll call this 5 at a time, and since we only had a stack of 6, I want to say, working before, that should be quite good. So now we've made 1,000 of them. That's going nicely. So this means I can now go in and put in another one of these stacks and have, or actually the same stack, and have that pull in blue science and just shove it straight down into the into the machine here. So this, yeah, there's lots of spare capacity on this. So let's have this one also request blue science. Demand. Demand. What am I dragging to? Oh, there's the drag. 1,000 seems like a sensible number to me. Then we'll do... Yes, the inserter, it was inserter stack size for inserters 3 and upwards. So essentially I've got yellow inserters and I've got blue inserters. I haven't got stack inserters yet. to put it into Factorio terms. Put that there. Is that in the wrong? That's in the wrong place. It's going to be in the way. Let's actually put that there. Then I can link in a green belt if I have any left. I do. I've got 35. Awesome. Comes out here. Goes in there. Comes up here. Goes to there. Right. So there's my double height blue science. So that means I can come over here and just go. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the same height. Take out that. Boom. Knockout. And then I guess run a belt along somewhere and feed it into there. Let's just come from here. Let's go like this. Over here. Onto here. Ooh. And to there. There we go. And oh yeah, I haven't set up the filtertron on here. So now I can set the output filter to be blue science. Boom. And there we go. Immediately a double stack of blue science coming through. Yes, I could start making stack inserters. Yeah, I haven't looked at the recipe for those yet. That's just not too bad. It's just sorter 2s and those engines. So it's, yeah, I probably should start making sorter 3s. Yes. And just start using that as my main everything thing. Okay, so that has successfully taken the first, and oh, that's stacking it up again. So we're gonna get quads coming out of here now, which I'm okay with, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's not actually going to help because the throughput is going to be limited by the doubles on this belt. So this stacker isn't going to do anything particularly useful, but it is going to put them. Maybe it uses less paint. Just maybe it uses one paint spray to spray an entire stack. I don't know, but yeah, that is the supply of blue science now being brought in by Thingamamwhatsit, by logistics system from elsewhere. So I suppose the next thing to do is going to be to do the same with the red science, because that's just coal that's been abused, and oh, hydrogen. Yeah, okay, maybe I need to be maybe I need to do an extra a separate oil processing system somewhere that deals with producing hydrogen and refined oil, because I'm going to need those for red and for yellow. Yellow is going to be quite a lot more complicated, because of course it is. That's the whole point of these things. They get more complicated as you go through them. But hopefully by that point I'll have well, titanium is being brought interplanetary. Diamonds, but titanium crystals take other stuff. So they take the bio things, which is this one. So that's going to be, yeah, so we're going to need to bring in um, yellow is going to be fun. So this one is just going to be a case of bringing in coal and cooking it. That's how you make this, isn't it? Yeah, coal and cook it, and bring in and hydrogen that's going to be made in my oil refinery. This is going to be a case of bringing in coal and doing whatever it is you do to it. Is that cooking as well? Yeah, it is. So that it's exactly the same machine and input. It just slightly different recipes to make it. Yeah, fine, whatever. Yeah, so coal for the diamonds, and then titanium and oil. And coal we'll already have. Okay, that's not too bad actually. So it's coal, oil, and titanium. So it's only 3 inputs to make this. Okay, but that's a for later, I think. I'm certainly not going to do that today. I might make a start on the red circuit facility today, because actually I quite enjoyed setting those up. They were nice and quick. They were nice, quick, and simple. I didn't have any of this horrible tangle of bus going on, which was just nice to avoid, if I'm being honest. That's iron ore. And so it was nice to do something a little bit simpler and nice and small and self-contained. So yeah, I feel quite happy with my progress over here, starting to move off into towns. And these are eminently expandable. I've got to the point here where I think these should. Oh, one of these is. Why is one of these stopped? Did we have a shortage? We've got a shortage. We're not bringing in iron ore fast enough, so I need to make I need another iron mine that's hooked up to a logistics station. Do I have another logistics station? No, I need to go and get some more logistics stations for that. There we go. The iron has run out. That's why there's not the green circuits coming through quite as quick as they were before. Also, I'm absolutely ripping through them with both of my other facilities that are using them. So. Yeah, I think, okay, my next thing is then going to be another iron mine. Where is the nearest iron ore patch? There's a couple over here, and these are really close together. So yeah, let's go and plunder those. I could almost feed them over to this logistics station here. In fact, I could do that. So if I have 2 drills on each of these, each one going to a doubler and then merging them and then doubling again, I can just run one belt with it quad high over to here, and then we'll have a huge amount of that available. Do I have 4 mining drills and 3 stackers? Mining drills. Yes, I've got 9 drills. I can't see any stackers. Okay, let's go and get some more stackers then. And I've still got lots and lots of belts, so that's okay. Before I go, let's just see. Is there anything you need, or you need, or you need? Oh, I've got loads of copper. Okay. And there just isn't room for it in these machines. Stop getting stuck on trees. Stack. I can't fit very much copper in these machines. Okay. I'll bring some over here as well. For you. And you're still working, so I guess you can have a little bit more. Ooh, drone engine. Construction drones fly faster. Great. I mean, it's nice, but it's not exactly life-changing. Something just fell past my face. That's nice. You do need these. There you go. And so do you. Right. You need these too. Okay, there we go. That's tidied up a little bit. Right, so I don't need the mining drills. I do need the stackers. I need to have my charging station with me as well. So let's charge up and then pick it up and go over there. I'll get that mine done, and I think at that point I'm going to call it a night, because it is now 11 o'clock, and I'm tired because I actually went into the office today. You know, it's a hard life, actually having to go into the office occasionally. Worst part actually was I have an ergonomic keyboard at home, and that helps enormously. Sort of stops me getting RSI and stuff like that. Much more comfortable to type on, and I forgot there wouldn't be one in the office, and I didn't take it with me, and so. Normally it doesn't matter, because normally when I go into the office, I'm going into the office because I'm just going to have massive quantities of meetings, because usually there's no point in going into the building unless you're going to spend your time in there talking to people. I mean, why else would I go in? But today it was sort of there was a bit of meeting, a bit of chatting with my manager, stuff like that. But also there was a lot of I was actually doing actual normal proper work as opposed to just talking to people type work. So I was doing quite a lot of typing, and yeah, it wasn't very comfortable. Let's just leave it at that. I'd rather not have to do that again. So mining drills. Yes, I do have mining drills. So I can get from there. I can pick up 8 of them. If I rotate it a bit like that, I can probably get a bit more than 8. Actually, I only get 7 like that. I want to cover all of them between my drills. There's 6 there. That's not very many. 7. Okay, let's take that. And then over here, I can't quite get them all. That's going to be about the best, I think. No, that's going to be the best I can do, I think. Okay, so each of these guys then needs a stacker. And then merge these. I'll do the same over here. This one barely needs 2 drills. But I'll stick one in here. That's getting, yeah, most of those. And another one in like that. Yeah, I think this time actually, yes, I can cover the entire patch. Nice. So that's that. And then if I put in the stackers, then I can get this up to a quad. Out of the 4 of these, I can get this up to hopefully a quad for the whole lot. Through that one. I expect I don't need any clever shenanigans with splitters for this. I should be able to just come out of here into there, out of here to the, oh, hang on, I might not have left enough space here. Out of there into that one. That, come out there. This might work, because I can do that, and then I can have the other belt come in here. So from over here, I do exactly the same thing again. So I have coming out of here, into here, and then over this way like this, and out of there into that one, out of there, join onto there, and then from there over here, up and down. No, oh no, up. And here and then down like that. There we go. All these shadows going by overhead. It's quite not disconcerting. That's the wrong word, but it's a little bizarre. So power for you, power for you, power for you, power for you. And I should probably actually link this into somewhere where power is coming from, so we actually get some in at all. There we go. That'll do nicely. Boop. They can all start drilling. Now where was that tower I was going to go to? I could go to this one actually. Are you doing anything? Yeah, you're just doing. That's probably slightly closer. Alright, let's go to that one. If I planned that in advance, maybe I'd come around the other side, but never mind, belts are cheap. There's some funny business going on over here. What? What's going on over there? Why can I not just build straight into there we go, that's what I wanted to do. Why it's going out and then coming back in again, I have no idea. It just sort of happened like that, and yeah, difficult to see it at that sort of distance. Right, so what have we got coming through here? We've got doubles at the moment. There we go, there's some quads, and quads with gaps in. I mean, that's probably about right, because I just want to make sure that there's enough throughput coming through here. So I think there is enough for that. Feed this in here. I tell you to be a supply of that as well. There we go, that fills up. And already we've got bots coming in, trying to take 50, 100, 150 away. So yeah, this isn't a very, very high demand. But I mean, the supply is going up. To be honest, the demand is going up as fast as the supply is going up. But given the rate this is going in, I think it's going to be, he's going to be okay, probably. We shall see. But that's a lot. Well, it's a lot of ore going in, but then also it's a lot of bots coming over to take the ore away again as well. So, hopefully it'll be enough. I mean, if we look over here, presumably we'll find that all of these mines, yeah, these mines are all running flat out. Oh no, they're not. Yeah, okay, I do need to use proper splitters here. That's annoying. I was hoping would be able to get away without. But no, instead what's happening is we're just getting all of these possibly stacked up. Yeah, okay, that's just bad. Get rid of that. And all of this. Right, so in this case I need to have a splitter in there, which won't fit. Alright, put the splitter there. And then we need another one. That's interesting. It did something I wanted it to do, but didn't realise I'd told it to do. So, fiddly belt time. That comes out there, goes round like this, and in there. This one goes in there. This one goes in there, and this one in there, and to there. There we go. Much better. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the towers will act as buffers, which is great. But now we've got a bit of back pressure on all of this. We should have. Hang on, where's my other? I haven't put in the other doubler. No, wait. What? What are you doing, Laurence? Take that out, and that out. Put in the doublers after. Yeah, doublers go in here. This next set of stackers go in here, like that and that. Then we can feed the belts in like this. And this. No, this. There we go. And this should. This should work. I think. We should fairly. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't work. I'm going to need another stacker because it's stupid. Not stacker, splitter, like that. Can we just go straight inside of that? No. In there? No. Out, round, in. Oh dear. Out, round, in, out, onto there. There we go. Now I think we've actually got it. Oh no, there's one more place where I need to put in a proper splitter rather than just merging two belts into one, because along here this is also a bad. The problem is these things, they don't hang on to a resource until they've got enough to make a proper stack of it. They just go, there's a brief break in the gap in the belt. I'll just chuck chuck out what I've got already and not worry about filling it up properly. There we go. What? Come on. Work with me here. Right, there we go. So now we've got as much as possible. We're going to be getting all of the output from all four of these. Now there might still be gaps in this. It might not be quads all the way through, all the time. But it will be but all of the output from all four of these drills will definitely make it down this belt, I think. Pretty sure that's true. And it does look like it at the moment. And that's all I can ask for. You obviously can't get more out than woo. No, don't take off. Well, well, do take off, but not that much. Right, so there we go. Now we have a much healthier belt coming in here, and this is now, well, it's still at about 250 and it's all in high demand, but now I've sorted that supply out, hopefully that'll fill up a bit more quickly and things will just work. The copper coming into it, not remotely enough, but I mean, again, what can you do? That's all I've got available. It's, yep, it's getting taken away as fast as it's being produced. I might need to go off and find another copper planet, to be honest. This isn't sufficient, and there aren't many. And there's a distinct shortage of copper patches on this planet. So, but that's, I think, is going to be an issue for next week. Let's go over and see how the blue science thing is keeping up. Is it just filling up this one's buffer? Because if so, then that's probably all right. Oh yeah, there's loads in over here, and we haven't hit the maximum of this yet, but that's because I haven't set one. Let's set that to 4,000, just fairly arbitrarily, but just because there's no point in stockpiling enormous quantities of it here. But yeah, that looks pretty good. So I think that's enough for today. I've got an additional iron mine, so we now have enough iron ore. We have enough copper, just about. And actually, that's just about. There is enough coming in to hold it at that point where it's happy. Over here we have, yeah, there we go. We're filling up nicely with the iron now, so we should get. We've used up all of the green circuits though. I suppose they've all just been taken to. No, not to here. This must be the other one. That's the bus one. That's a bit shorter supply. But now we have a good healthy supply of iron ore here. This is probably where it's all going, which is, I mean, that's a lot like Factoria, where you find all of your copper goes into making green circuits, potentially in order to make other types of circuits as well, but basically mostly to make green circuits for one reason or another. So yeah, we've got a nice steady flow of iron and copper coming out here, and it's being made into all of the an entire solid belt's worth of green circuits, pretty nearly. There's a bit, I think it's still filling up some buffers. Yeah, it's still filling up some buffers along here, so this isn't quite all the way to the end yet. Or it might be that we just have slightly too many machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is about right. Yeah, I think we're just filling up buffers along here, because these will go up to 100 before they go, oh, alright, I suppose I'm replete. So, yeah, and as you say, Gord, a lot of the demand is filling all the tower buffers up, so yeah, so that's probably alright for now. We'll see how it goes, but I'm cautiously optimistic that we're probably alright. That's a lot of bots, a lot of drones flying around now. That's pretty good. I'm yeah, impressed. But I think I might need to go off and find, yeah, because if we look at this, there's 2.8 million iron ore on this planet. There's only 1 million 1 million copper. If we go out and have a look, the gas giant is going to be completely different. So who knows about that one? What about the other planet we've gone to? What does that have? All of my interplanetary drones are different colours, or at least some of them are different colours. So they're going out to here. This is my other planet, Leaf 3. It's got loads of iron and a bit of copper. Where's the other planet in the system? Here it is. What about you? Oh, this is my copper planet. So 15 million copper out here, as well as silicon titanium. There's no other exotic materials that I don't already have though. And nothing else that I don't have here. So the only planet that has resources that I haven't harvested is the gas giant, which has hydrogen and deuterium in collectible quantities. So I could go out and potentially get some from there, some of those from here. But otherwise, I think the main reason I'd be going out to this planet is for that massive quantity of copper. It's got a lot of titanium as well, 9 million. This one's got 4 million. I mean, it's still lots. It's still plenty. So I think I'm okay with that. I haven't got anywhere to go for the exotic materials that we were talking about earlier. So that's presumably something that's going to require me to go off to other stars, of which there are many. But I haven't got the tech to go into planetary yet. Okay, so I think that's gone pretty well. I've got these external factories now that are using the logistics system to produce stuff in quantity. I've discovered a few new tricks, and yes, as Tristan says, I should definitely be making the stack inserters in the next stream, I think. What's going on down? What's this? Oh, technology tree. Okay, fine. Yeah, so I think that's going to be a good place to end the stream. I've got lots and lots of resources flying around. I've got them being produced in en masse over here at least, and I'll start looking into red and yellow science again next time, I think, because I just want to have I want to have a nice steady stream of them. And as people have been telling me, the bus is starting to get a little bit overloaded and fiddly, should we say. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out the stream sponsor, or the channel sponsor. If you go to trefoil.be/LaurencePlays and then use the code LaurencePlays on checkout, you can get 10% off, no, 20% off your first order. We've got more videos coming out, so there'll be the Factorio streams happen every Monday at 7:30 UK time. That's with the Factorio with Space Exploration and Crastorio 2, the multiplayer stream. The one, to be honest, you're probably all familiar with it. If you're watching this, there's a fairly high chance you watch the Factorio one as well, because that's the bigger one. But if you don't, come along for that, because that's good fun too. It's a similar sort of game. You've got the same sort of interest, and then all of us shouting at Mike whenever he does something vicious, like hides uranium in my inventory. And we'll have some catch-up videos coming out at the weekend. Still got to make those. I'm a bit behind this week, but they'll be coming out at the weekend as normal. And if I have time over the weekend, maybe I'll be making some more videos for next week as well. So, as ever, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.